then he's going to have to win more championships. And look, KD, so we can say what we want about whether people think those were easy rings or not, but he got his rings. And he's a two-time champion, and he was finals MVP to boot. So you can't rip KD in that way. LeBron went to Miami, got his rings, and then did, once more.
Giannis has a ring.
I know, but he, and we talked about it earlier. One is like he's a made man, but I just think he's the type of guy that wants to go. He wants more, and I respect that. He wants more than just the individual accolades. So I think if they've tried. I'm not saying it's all the Bucks, the Dame trade. They've tried, and some of it's on Giannis, but he may need to go elsewhere to win multiple rings.
This to me would be a year premature. Like the start the Giannis clock.
He's what, 30?
So I think he's
12 years in the league.
I get that, but they have felt.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people?
The last couple of years.
How the hell is everybody doing today?
You know what I mean?
Hope you all are having a great fucking day. Today, Rockingham is back. Rockingham is back. Yeah, we got the Blacks Tire 200, I guess is the name of this race. Yeah, and it's going to be a fun race, hopefully. Rockingham Speedway. The NASCAR Cup Series.
Once they trade the things you need to trade to get Giannis.
Right.
That's the problem. Like that's kind of what's happened to Kevin Durant.
The Cup Series has not raced here since 2004. They're still not going to be racing here this year. The Xfinity Series, I'm pretty sure it was around the same time. I think they probably also have not raced here since 2004. The Truck Series raced here in 2012 and 2013.
If he went to Miami, say you had to give up Bam, but you kept
and now we're back. Now we're back at Rockingham.
Better than Dame,
I don't think he is either, but I'm saying that culture, that's just a better organization.
I think the Fox Studio is at the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure. The NASCAR Fox Studio. I think the NBC Studio's in Connecticut, but.
Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Whoa.
Bounty Mega Roll lasts longer, so you can tackle
applesauce and avocado, berries, butter, coffee cream, drippy fingers, deviled eggs, and empanadas red and green.
Bounty Mega Roll lets you clean spills without running out.
And mommy's glass of Zinfandel.
Bounty, the quicker picker-up.
Subway's got a new meal of the day.
Yeah, I'm excited for this race. 200 laps around a short track. I don't even. How long is this track?
That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day.
Rockingham Speedway is.
When you pop open an On the Rocks Cosmo, you get masterfully mixed magic.
It's just barely still is in the definition for a short track because a short track is less than a mile.
On the Rocks.
It's 0.94 of a mile, so it still just barely counts as a short track.
Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for
200 laps for today's race, so not quite 200 miles.
Still dreaming of Japan? My budget's more instant ramen than sashimi. Try Priceline. They've got millions of hotel deals.
Yeah, the Xfinity Series hasn't raced here since 2004 either. They'll be racing tomorrow. But we got trucks today. Now, there is no lights at this track. Sunset in Rockingham is at 7:55. Now, at the end of stage one, what NASCAR will do is they'll give a time that they'll give like a darkness time. So, for example, let's just say 7:55. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly 7:55. It'll be whatever NASCAR decides. But if the race were to last that long, which I don't think it will, but if it did, they would announce that time, and then if that time came, the next flag would be 2 laps to go, and then the race would end. But yeah.
Show up.
Consumer Reports ranks car brands on more than 50 road tests.
Pole sitter for today's race is Jake Garcia. My pick to win today is Lane Riggs. He is my pick to win today. I think he has a good shot. He's pretty good at like the short tracks or like Milwaukee he won at last year, I remember.
Reliable, trusted.
Is Milwaukee a short track? I don't even know. No, it's the Milwaukee Mile, so.
Organic soil from
escapes the short track definition.
Good soil, and you get good results. Look at that. The broccoli was fantastic. That broccoli, I think some of them were 6-7 pounds.
But yeah, honestly, I don't understand why when they did this, they didn't put lights back at Rockingham, like, or just put lights in there. Like, I mean, because like when they brought back North Wilkesboro, they installed lights, so. I wish they had lights here.
Back in time to the mean streets of Harlem, family drama and family business, and the greatest wrestling story never told until now. See it all on Max, Paramount Plus with Showtime, MGM Plus, Stars, Cinemax. Anywhere you are with Fios TV mobile app. Order premium networks on channel 860.
If you've got the time and the stomach for it, I've got a story for you.
I'm looking for someone who knows lost lands.
Why go leave the city?
I'm looking for immense power.
Friends of yours?
I don't have many friends.
The lost lands. Rated R.
Oh, the podcast has been extra interesting of late. I put it on in my car and listened to it. I said, this is pretty good. And our YouTube channel has been really good. I do read your comments, so please be nice. Also, Mavs Grizzlies. AD, very successful against the Mavs. Against the Grizzlies. There's last matchup. Shams is reporting, just had an injection in his ankle. Says he's going to play. What do you got in this game?
I've got the Grizzlies, bro.
Yeah, look, I'm hoping desperately for the Grizzlies. I want to see Josh Shea. I will go with the Grizzlies, but
who do you think? Real quick, who would give OKC a better series?
Memphis.
I agree. Again, I don't think I don't want to give him a good one, but I think Memphis maybe steal it.
Okay, we'll see you on Monday. Have a great show.
Deep in the heart of North Carolina lays a track teeming with NASCAR history. Dormant for more than a decade, The Rock is ready for its revival. Tonight, a new generation of truckers look to add to their legacies at this legendary racetrack. This 1 mile asphalt speedway.
It's not a mile. It's under a mile. It's 0.94 miles. It's not a mile. It is a short track.
We haven't seen a trucker bring it down and hoist the checkered flag here in over a decade. We'll have what it takes to be the next to do so tonight. The Craftsman Truck Series is back at Rockingham.
NASCAR is back at the Rock. After 12 years away, we welcome you to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing from Rockingham on FS1, presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. What a gorgeous night it is for racing, and once again, it is a triple truck challenge. It's the third and final race, and only two guys, Daniel Hemrick and Chandler Smith, could take home the $150,000 bonus, but they'd have to get the win tonight or be the highest finishing finisher, of course. And the eligible drivers, if any of them win tonight, they'll take home $50,000. So a little added incentive. And tonight, joining us, we have a Cup star. He races every Sunday. That is Carson Hocevar. But his Cup days, they started right here in the Craftsman Truck Series. And you saw him drive his way to victory lane. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. We love to talk about Carson on track. Now we're going to talk with Carson in the booth. And we're so happy to have you joining us on this Friday. I'm Jamie Little. That's Carson Hocevar and, of course, Michael Waltrip. And Carson, this is your only off weekend for the Cup Series. You could be vacationing somewhere like all your competitors, but you're here with us. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited to watch this race. I remember watching Rockingham at home in 2012, 2013, and having so much fun. And the second I saw this race on the schedule, I wanted to be a part of it somewhere or another. And if I wasn't driving, I knew I'd be sitting at home watching it or there in person, and excited to be able to be here and call the race in the booth and have a lot of fun doing that.
You're talking about excitement. That's a great word.
It sucks so much they're not actually at the racetrack.
Being back in town. And the speed this track is just so fast. They're barely letting off in the corners. We're going to see a great race. Will strategy play into who wins this race? Or do you just got to be flat out fast and outrun these guys? It's going to be fun to follow tonight.
Michael, we're going to relive some of the memories, of course, that involved you back in the day. But right now, let's go trackside and kick things off with opening ceremonies.
Race fans, please rise as you're able and remove your hats as Nick Terry from Motor Racing Outreach provides today's invocation.
Let's pray. God, we thank you for the blessing to be able to be here at the Rock today for racing. God, you've been good to us, and we thank you for all the hard work that's gone into this weekend. Lord, it's also Easter weekend, and we thank you for Good Friday, for the cross, for the words that you said, it is finished. We thank you for the gift of salvation, and I pray for these drivers that you would keep them safe. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
And now to perform our national anthem, please welcome dedicated Rockingham Speedway fan since 2002, Derek Winter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's hear it for Derek Winter and his amazing rendition.
America! Who is ready for racing?
Great rendition.
In Rockingham, North Carolina.
12 years since the NASCAR Truck Series put on a show in Rockingham. 200 laps of racing. It's coming up next.
So,
sports isn't complicated. It's made up of races
for today's race
as best as you
at
can, as sideways
Rockingham,
as you can, and whatever this is.
Toyota Gazoo Racing goes green at 5:20, so about 15 minutes here. Stage 1, or it's a 200 lap race, so stage 1 is 45 laps. Stage 2 is also 45 laps, so that'll end at lap 90. And then the final 110 laps will be the final stage. Got 4 sets of tires, and a fuel run is 78 to 85 laps. So if the first 2 stages went green, you would not have to worry about pitting under green. But in the final stage, if that were to go green, you would have to make a green flag pit stop.
Soil from Miracle Grow.
Everybody should have it. It worked great for us.
This is as good as gold in any garden. If people only knew that it really is about the dirt.
You're a dirt nerd.
Huge dirt nerd. I'm proud of it.
Get off your...
Show off.
The Diamondbacks are down 7-1, and they're now leading 11-10. That's crazy. They had a 10-run inning.
Others crave the wild roar of a high-performance exhaust. And some like both. We call them family.
There's no party like an all-star party. The NASCAR All-Star Race roars into North Wilkesboro Speedway. It's back, May 16 through 18 for a no-holds-barred, old-fashioned mountain showdown. NASCAR's biggest stars going for all the money and bragging rights under the lights at one of racing's most iconic tracks. Kick your May into high gear. Get your tickets today at northwilkesborospeedway.com.
Dynasty Hammock Underwear, the intersection of comfort, style, and support. With an ultra-soft luxury fabric, endless designs, and a built-in supportive pouch, these underwears are the pinnacle of men's luxury underwear. And with over 55,000 five-star reviews, it seems that a lot of folks agree. Like this guy who said, "These are the underwear I've been waiting for all my life." Get your first pair for as little as $10. Just go to shinesty.com/TV. That's shinesty.com/TV.
This is FlexPaw. Push the trigger for a perfect feed. Adjust the flow from thick to thin. Best part? You don't need a caulking gun. Get FlexPaw. Available in both hybrid and silicone formulas.
To avoid digital threats, just turn on NordVPN. Improve your protection against trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. Get the deal now.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Great crowd on hand to witness history as we make our return to the Rock after 12 years, and what a perfect night for racing. Well, you know, this speedway, it's heavy on history. Opened back in 1965, and what a history it holds. You know, it was called North Carolina Speedway at that point. Changed the name to Rockingham. Look who won the most. Mark Martin, Richard Petty, Kyle Larson. The last
Casey Kane and Kyle Larson were the last two winners of this track.
And that is
2012 and 2013.
We've raced here 4,387 days. It's been a long wait, but we are back, and you know, there's only 4 drivers in the field who have raced anything here, but our own Todd Bodine, he's not just raced here, he's won here. Todd, good to have you back.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, I always enjoyed Rockingham Speedway. I got some good memories. A couple of the wins. The first one was a lot of fun. It got down to start-finish line 3 wide with Mike Wallace and Johnny Benson. Kind of snookered them there. They didn't even know I was coming. And my second one, a few years later, driver Buckshot Jones was kind of just the opposite. We went out there and dominated the race, led 146 laps, and our own teammate, Kevin Harvick, ended up finished second in that race. But I've always enjoyed Rockingham, and it's one of my most favorite things is winning this race. But Michael, I know that you've got a couple of Rockingham memories of your own. Would you like to share those with us?
Well, Todd, I don't remember winning here like you, and I don't really remember anything great happening here. I did take a bath one day, ran into the end of the wall, and water went everywhere, soaked me down with water. I thought I was bleeding out. I didn't know what was going on. And then I overestimated grip into turn 3. It ever happened to you, Carson? It happened to me that day.
It happened a time or two, but we're watching you, so I'll let you relive your days.
Well, we were coming to the white flag racing against my buddy Jeff Green, and I just got in a little bit hot and gave that chance to win the race away. But so much fun racing at this racetrack.
I have a feeling somebody's going to hit the tire barrels this weekend, or the sand barrels, sorry.
The NASCAR Dash Series Championship right here at Rockingham. So take that, Todd Bodine.
What year was that, Michael?
This is in the 80s. Let's go with that.
I don't think you were born yet, Carson.
I wasn't even a thought yet.
I don't even think his dad was born yet, probably.
Michael has some good memories here. Well, let's now go trackside for the most famous words in racing.
And now, race fans, it's time for the most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command for the Black's Tire 200 here at Rockingham Speedway. Please welcome Black's Tire Ambassador, Frankie Underwood.
On behalf of Black's Tire, our 1,100 associates throughout our 71 locations throughout the Carolinas, drivers, start your engines! engines!
Engines are fired. Getting ready to go. I wish the NASCAR Cup Series could race at Rockingham. Yeah, I wish they would too. I wish they'd put lights here. That's what I wish they did.
35 drivers, they're ready to take on the challenge of the Rock. We'll drop the green flag. That's coming up next.
So we have under 3 hours to run this race.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks. Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado, because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Nature's Bounty. Your bones are 4 times as strong as concrete. Nature's Bounty supplements your bone health with high absorption magnesium. It's in your nature to stand strong. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that, arriving to destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops, you need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise, for lives and drive.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Chandler Smith's been one of those drivers, talked about him week in and week out. Three wide.
Wow, what a battle.
It's been a minute since he's been to victory lane in the Truck Series. Got a hold on Kyle Larson here. Chandler Smith, welcome back to the Truck Series. He wins it.
He simply just drove away from him.
Stage wins and the race win. Burn it down, brother. Burn it down. I'm really proud of you guys. Love the grit. Love you guys.
What a big win that was for Chandler Smith just a week ago. And the way that he did it, I mean, you had a hungry Kyle Larson right behind him, and he stopped his hopes for a sweep last weekend. I mean, just it's incredible what this team has done.
He's just been so perfect all year long and got the win over at Bristol. That's just what it's all about. And we saw that coming. You knew when he came truck racing he was going to be competitive. Great organization with Front Row, and he is putting some laps down.
Yeah, he's lived with the philosophy, right? This team was just created in January. It's a brand new race team. My concern, or my question rather, would be they already have a win. They haven't finished outside the top 10.
They're rolling off, getting ready to go.
What's the next goal? What's there to improve? There's not a whole lot to improve for this race team. Other than just win every week, it seems. And we're already on the front row for this one. It seems like that 38 truck is a really, really hitting on the right spots at the right times. Already this early. Let's just hope they didn't peak too early so far in the season. But feeling really, really good about that race team.
Best qualifying effort for him, by the way. And yes, and how about the guy starting on the pole, Michael?
I just love that first-time pole sitter. A great lap in qualifying. These guys were just hammered down in qualifying, and Jake Garcia went out there and showed the world that he can get it done. And he's having a good season. I think we're going to see some good things from him tonight.
4 top 10 finishes for Jake Garcia, so it's just a matter of time. He's been knocking on that door. We talked about the front row here, side by side. Thor Sport represented there on the pole today. Row number 2, Carson.
Yeah, right here on row number 2, just 2 guys with a very big difference in resume. Ben Rhodes, a multi-time champion, and then Connor Mozak still looking for his first win, but had a lot of speed this weekend. Michael, who you got in row 3 here?
I just love row 3. You got Lane Riggs and Bailey Curry. They're just so solid everywhere we go, and I think that Bailey Curry is a win waiting to happen, and we know how good Lane is. Watch row 3 when we go green flag racing.
Take a look at the rest of the Mother's High Performance Car Care starting grid. Got Hayden Honeycutt. We talk about him every week.
You talk about a win ready to happen. Caden Honeycutt, Ty Majeski right behind him. Fastest guy here, all until qualifying, but I think he's going to have quite a lot of speed this week.
We saw Corey Heim outside the top 10. That's very unusual. He'll be fun to watch charge through the field. Grant Enfinger is going to start back on row 10. He had a solid practice session, but didn't qualify as well as he hoped.
Speaking of not qualify well, you saw Stuart Friesen there going to the back of the field, but big shock here, but expecting to see him move forward. Brandon Jones back here, going to be looking to move forward very quickly.
Yeah, he about wiped that number 1 truck out in qualifying, got really loose coming to the green flag, was able to save it, but there's another truck that will be charging through this field. I think we are all wondering, Jamie, how will we pass? Will we be able to race competitively on this racetrack, or will it be single file? We're going to find out early with some of these fast guys in the back.
That's right. Keep your eye on the 1 truck and definitely the 11 truck. Well, let's say hello to our 2 pit reporters covering all the action down there tonight, Todd Bodine and Amanda Busick. Hello, Amanda.
Hey, Jamie, and if the excitement is building and these fans standing on their feet behind me, it was almost too much excitement for Stuart Friesen in qualifying earlier today with a hard hit into the wall, but luckily it was mostly cosmetic.
Why did they not sell like the first few rows of seats? Kind of annoying.
To the backup truck, as you take a look at that replay there, the one thing that is kind of special to this story, there was a part in the splitter pan that was delivered from Statesville, North Carolina, made the 2-hour truck down here for the finishing touches. This team pushed this truck to the grid less than 30 minutes ago, and while Stewart said he's not sure what will happen in this race, the look of the faces of his crew guys show that they've already won the race that they needed. Todd?
Thanks, Amanda. These teams came to the Rockingham Speedway in January for an open test. It was cold. The racetrack had a lot of grip in it, not a lot of rubber on it. They were running almost wide open through the whole corner. That's not the case today. The temperature's up, about 40 degrees over what it was in January. And we know what happens with temperature. Track grip goes away. But the one thing that it also does is it puts rubber on the racetrack, which is taking some grip out of the racetrack. These guys today, they have to get the track position because it's going to be tough to pass on this racetrack. But I think the racetrack's going to widen out, and we're going to have a great race. Jamie?
I agree with you, Todd. Well, now let's take a look at our track description sponsored by Craftsman.
Yeah, you can see the track's officially just under a mile. We're going to call it a mile. The corners are banked differently in each end. That's a challenge for these drivers. You don't have the same consistent banking, but you're going to see some competitive racing. I'm with Todd Bodine. You see the 25 degrees in 3 and 4. I think this place widens out. We see a really competitive race. What do you think, Carson?
Yeah, right here's your race analysis. You have 200 laps, 188 miles, but look at the stage.
All right, lights are off.
Compared to the fuel window.
Getting ready to go.
110 laps.
At the Rock. For the first time in 11 years, or 12 years for the trucks.
35 miles an hour down pit road. It might be tricky for these guys.
Hey, we haven't seen a green flag stop in, well, it's been a while, guys. It's been since Homestead, the end of last season.
All right, green flag. We are racing from Rockingham.
And we are racing once again at Rockingham. Jake Garcia on the outside, Chandler Smith on the inside. Guys, you can feel and see the speed already.
You can see the rooster tails, a very dirty racetrack right here. As Jake Garcia likes to take the top, that's going to be a conversation we're going to have all week or all day as we have restarts. But Chandler Smith already on the
Here's Chandler Smith trying to take the lead.
Down the straightaway, going to be able to side draft, take advantage of that distance. But this is going to be a tough pass to clear into 1. As he's going to get free and wash up the racetrack just a
Chandler Smith and Jake Garcia already racing side by side for the lead like it's the final lap.
So far.
It's only lap 2, boys.
Will this place widen out? Well, on the first lap, they ran it all the way around here side by each. And this battle's getting ready to get a little bit...
Oh, trouble!
Trouble in Bailey.
Connor Mozak.
Oh, Connor Mozak.
Connor Mozak goes around. First caution is out on lap number 3.
Connor Mozak's around. And that was a 46-second green flag run, just about. Very quick one.
That was your row, Michael.
I know. They were battling for 5th back there, and you can see a lot of damage.
What a heartbreaker.
44's involved, Bailey Curry.
Day, broke a drive shaft at Bristol. And we saw it with Chandler Smith and Garcia up front, where the battle, it was just dirty and rooster tails, and it just gets tight, especially in 3 and 4, tricky corner.
You see that
Damn, the racing here is already
Jamie,
just
that's crucial.
insane.
We
That's
talk about
crazy.
side force, and these trucks leaning on the air to get the speed that we have here at Rockingham. They're going to have to do a lot of work to that right rear. Neither one of those trucks are torn up too badly, but they're both going to require pit stops and doing some tuning on them. See if we can break down what happens here.
Yeah, right, top right of your screen. Bailey Curry on the bottom, going to get free. This is the 18.
Oh yeah, the 18 got high, and then
this might be a lap.
Oh yeah, it was a
earlier,
lap
for sure. So that's already, we've had issues, Michael, on the lap.
And you knew we were going to have some tight racing. Look at there, Corey Howe. We talked about him moving up, looking 3 wide, and then up ahead.
So he had to make evasive action, and they got stuck in that dirt out of the where we're going to be, and that's going to be something we talk about the whole time. Is that when they get out of the black stuff, right in the top of your screen, is here we go. Inside Connor Mosaic, which is what I figured would happen.
There you go. Connor Mosaic and Bailey Curry. Yeah, they just both make contact together.
He gets loose, he has to track that truck up the racetrack, and Bailey Curry's there. Just an innocent bystander, unfortunately. Just a dirty racetrack early in the race. Going to be difficult. We know how tight everybody's got to be, and that's where the side force takes it off, is because of how narrow this groove is, how narrow the rubber is, how narrow the grip is. They're going to be on top of each other, and that's just going to happen.
Look at those black marks as they slid up into the outside wall. Bailey Curry, neither truck damaged too badly. Hopefully they can get to pit road and tune them up.
So much anticipation build up, and bang, they finally got the green flag, and now we're under caution for the first time from Rockingham.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
But what if I overpay?
Come out and I'll show you a better way.
Well, you said...
I know. I said nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But there's no reason to shop with fear.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
I wasn't scared.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about them, as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just Fox. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
To me, lawn service is a scam. There's no lawn service for you.
Unfortunately, I don't trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down.
Nobody's going to pay attention to your lawn like you do.
It's the whole point of owning a home is that you maintain your own lawn.
We've taken care of this lawn from day one. I take pride in it, and when people tell me it looks good, it makes me feel even better. Do you use a lawn service?
Absolutely not. I have you.
I know what I'm putting down when I put Scott's down. I'm putting down a great product.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Don't miss Steel Deals. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
From imagination to the track to your driveway. You in?
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Come on, let's go. Get off here. Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew!
Welcome back to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Racing from Rockingham on FS1, presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Well, we took the green flag and it was short-lived.
Alrighty, going back green.
Caution came out. Bailey Curry with some
and
damage. Connor Mosaic.
Green flag back in the air.
We're ready to go once again. Pushing and shoving from the outside line. That's Ben Rhodes giving Jake Garcia, his teammate, a nice push. Chandler Smith on the inside.
Yeah, a pair of teammates inside and out. 2 front row trucks as Garcia's going to take that side draft and take advantage of it. Chandler's going to try to stay to that left rear right here. Side by side, a high-speed pace lap, but they're all going to clear as they file out through 3 and 4.
Jake Garcia will hold the lead here.
Right there, right behind his teammate.
Oh man, they're loud.
Chandler going to be fighting for clean air. I think what we're going to see, especially early, smoke in the back with Ben Rhodes at one point for something, but certain.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Ben Rhodes got issues. Fuck Ben Rhodes.
Low tires, maybe left rear or something. It looks like
he's gonna have to come to pit
rear,
road.
right front. No, right front.
He's not coming to pit road.
He's
gonna have to.
Slowing down behind him because they're afraid to go to the outside in case he blows a tire.
I think it could be an oil leak too. We don't know for sure what is going on there. Look at this battle though. We talked about side by side. Where would you go? How would you do it?
All right, yeah, he's got a pit.
Man, there's action all over this racetrack.
Yeah, this is exciting. It's like a trip.
Hang on. Meanwhile,
ooh!
keep our eyes on the
Why is Ben Rhodes not bidding?
See how he does. He's slicing through the field.
Very impressive the time Majeski be able to roll the bottom in dirty air, but you see Ben Rhodes with that failure or some kind of smoke. Everybody worried to pass him on the top. Ben Rhodes knows that, going to stay to the top, and they're all going to roll around him on the inside. Unsure yet of what that problem is, but we'll keep you all updated.
You see how loose they get down on the bottom. You just dive in there, and there's no grip because you don't have any air to lean on. You're inside of another truck, and man, they're just running breakneck speeds around this racetrack, and that's why it's so difficult to hang on. As you see Stuart Friesen starting in the back, feeling that number 52 out as he goes against Dawson Sutton here off turn 2. Looks like they've done a nice job on the repairs. You don't see any smoke, and he's moving up.
Another pass on the 26 of Dawson Sutton. Very impressive to be able to move up 11, now 12 spots right here. But yeah, a lot of air moving around these vehicles. This is the first time they're all on top of each other here. And a lot of speeds to the corner. So these trucks are a handful right now. They don't have these notebooks for race adjustments, tire pressures, and anything. And that's why I think we're seeing these trucks not handle the greatest as they fire off.
You see, loose there was Lane Riggs as he went down into turn 3. Now we're going to hop on board with Tom Majeski running in the 6th position. Gio Ruggiero up there just ahead of him in 5th. Good run for Gio here early.
Damn.
Must have been a bit of a tire rub, like you said, Carson, because it's gone away. He slowed down so abruptly. I thought maybe he had an engine issue, but it's cleared up.
I think he didn't know what he had either. I think speeds are going so fast here. If he could just manage that right front situation, even if it was, just be able to manage the cut, the tire, or whatever, they could stay in this race and assess that situation as they only have 35 to go to the stage. It was 3 wide down the front stretch.
Since the issue for Ben Rhodes, he slipped from 4th back to 18th, but hanging.
Yeah, Ben Rhodes is just dropping spots, dropping like a rock, not pitting. I don't know why. Oh, someone hit the wall.
Yes. Once again.
I believe that was Jack Wood behind.
Jack Wood made contact with the wall.
Keep an eye. Those right front fenders, Michael, as maybe we've seen with Ben Rhodes, that's very difficult, or they're very close to the right front fender, and that's just a tough deal. If you hit the wall, it could cut a right front tire.
I just don't see any damage to the right front of that. Of Ben Rhodes' 99 truck, but you see Stuart Friesen continues to march forward. He hit the wall and qualified, and he's already gone around Ben Rhodes, so he's got a good truck here.
Amanda, what's going on with the 99?
Yeah, that fluid you saw coming out of the 99 was power steering fluid. I just took a look at Rich Lucius for that. He's going to come in as soon as he can. They've been hoping for a caution out here to kind of save track position or save time for themselves, but I expect the 99 soon. He just can't steer this truck.
How difficult is it at that point, what he's dealing with?
Well, it makes sense while he's running the 4th crew to turn the wheel less and let the racetrack turn you. But, yeah, it's difficult, especially with how fast this was. If it was worn out and slow, it would be way easier, Michael. But these speeds are faster. You get worn out here, even especially me with how fast the G-forces are, how fast the center corner speed. It's tough, and it's grueling.
And it's so hard to drive one of these things without power steering, even at a flat track. But you throw in the banking and you throw in the speed that he's dealing with here, that's a handful.
Yeah, I apologize. It was Nathan Bird, the 02, that I think hit the wall, not Jack Wood. Trucks look about the same, but as we see Connor Mozak has those tires. Don't expect a lot of guys to come to stage 1, so it's not like he's going to be able to flip the stage here. Has a little bit more fuel, but definitely going to have to get this track position the hard way and not plan on being able to flip the stage later in the race.
There's Nathan Bird. He hasn't slowed down any. He's still marching forward. He's going to get around Ben Rhodes as Ben continues to struggle. See Tony Breidinger in that red truck. She's coming up to go up against number 99 next.
Mike, let's take a look. Bottom of your screen, the right hand just gets out of that grip and in dirty air. They're side by side. Just a tough spot for Nathan there.
So Jake Garcia's pulled away to about a second and a quarter lead to Chandler Smith.
Flared out and probably flattened. It's going to be an uphill battle for that 02 as they were already kind of struggling a little bit for pace.
I love this. We talked about watching the guys come in from the back store, freezing up 12 spots. Brandon Jones up 9, Corey Heim 8. They are moving.
And you talk about moving, and we knew he was going to be moving, and that's Corey Heim. He's gone from 15th up into the top 10, 7th right now. We saw him get loose in qualifying, overestimated the grip he would have, but he's going to be a factor in this race, and we knew he would be.
Yeah, everybody's starting to spread out. It's something we thought we'd maybe see at the start of the race, a little bit of spread out. Obviously, corner speeds are fast. Dirty Airs kind of shows up, but not a big notebook, guys. There's just a huge amount of adjustments, changes, philosophies that we're seeing, and that normally spreads the field out on who's good, who's not, and that field's going to tighten up as we go on, and everybody gets an adjustment, I think.
Wow.
24 laps to go in stage number 1. 179 laps still to go from the Rock. Jake Garcia, Chandler Smith continue to battle up front.
Have you always had trouble with your weight? Me too.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only weight management medicine.
So we're halfway through the first stage. Jake Garcia still leading.
Heart disease and obesity.
He's led every lap so far. Chandler Smith was battling there in the first few laps before that initial caution came out. But
MEN2 or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure.
But all Jake Garcia.
Or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
I'm lowering my CV risk. Ask your prescriber about Wegovy.
What causes a curve down
Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Sunlight is a powerful thing. Pets know, and so does Purina. That's why 100% of Purina's power comes from solar and wind investments to help make the food that powers your pet. Purina cares here and here.
Welcome to more where that came from. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
So many memorable moments from Rockingham Speedway throughout the years, from the Cup Series to the Xfinity Series, the trucks. You see your favorite driver on there, Michael?
I got beat by every one of these guys at this place. The Wood brothers won their first race ever in 1965 at Rockingham. Their first race at Rockingham in 1965. Not ever.
Saw our colleague Jamie McMurray. He was pretty good around here. He's got a few wins.
Yeah.
Rockingham.
He's a talented racer.
He is. Glad to see him doing TV. He's all over the place these days.
How impressive is it where we come to a racetrack with so much history and we come to a driver who's led them all that hasn't even probably seen this race, and he's younger, if not as young as me, that he doesn't even know really what Rockingham was like, Michael.
And then look at him. He's catching up with Tyler Ankrum. That's really surprising. Ankrum is in danger of going a lap down here in this first stage. He thought he would be a competitive truck, and it isn't working right now for him. But to your point, Carson, what a job Jake Garcia is doing. We've seen fast improvement from he and that team this year, and he's really getting it done here at Rockingham right now.
Yeah, right now on board Tyler Ankrum, you get to see a good idea of what's the speed difference, right, as Chandler Smith begins to stalk Jake Garcia. But Ankrum, we get to see the speed difference. A little bit of it is that Garcia can definitely run lower. See how low the Garcia is and able to carry that speed, as Ankrum, just having to use a lot of that racetrack and not being able to take advantage of the center speed. But I tell you what, it looks like Garcia kind of struggling in traffic a little bit and really able to, Chandler Smith apply pressure.
Yeah, that experience from Chandler Smith is paying off here as he's trying to figure out alternate lines to be able to do something with Ankrum. And Ankrum's going to try to be the biggest roadblock he could ever be. Try to stay on the lead lap. A long way to go. Still got 12 laps, but you can't go down this early and think you can come back and win the race.
I love this shot because Ankrum went way too high. I was going to say he just went a little too high, got in the dust. But you were going to
Ben Rhodes ever end up pitting?
Playing cat and mouse, instantly going different ways. One picking the other lane or the other.
Yes, he did. He's 2 laps down.
The 13 lost the nose, and 38 had an advantage on him. Now it's all set and done. A little bit more cleaner to the 13 as they're going to pass Jack Wood up here in a second on the top side. McAnally trucks, 3 McAnally trucks. We were talking, Michael, how good those things were. All in threat of a lap down. Is a big move down to the bottom.
Great battle up front. It's been like this for 35 laps. Jake Garcia just trying to hang on, trying to secure his first stage win of the year. Chandler Smith does not want that to happen. He takes a peek to the inside. 9 laps to go in stage 1.
Wow, nice job by Garcia for rounding that corner off and holding.
9 to go in the first stage.
Chandler just can't find the momentum.
And Chandler's trying to get around Jake Garcia.
Here comes Lane Riggs.
Here comes Lane Riggs trying to make this a 3-truck battle.
Difficult pass to make here, but going to be able to side draft down the straightaway, get that advantage and try to pull away here, hopefully into 1 and maybe clear him. But it's going to be really difficult as they're side by side into 1 as Caden Honey.
And Jake Garcia makes it past, Lane Riggs makes it past to get second place from Chandler Smith. Going to chase after Jake Garcia to try to get this stage win. Don't know if he'll be able to catch him. I think he could. Well, it's catching him and passing him.
Guys, this is great. We had heard after the test, everybody was worried. They were so fast. They were all stuck to the bottom. This is a heck of a race shaping up.
Yeah, you add a little bit of temperature to that asphalt, and those tires don't want to grip quite as well. It's been really fun to watch the battle for the lead and the defensive job that Jake Garcia is doing, holding everyone off. They can get to him. They can't do anything with him.
Jake Garcia doing a really good defensive as you see Caden Honeycutt and screen coming into effect. But yeah, right now a 4-horse pony show at the dog races up front with 6 to go in the stage. It's pretty good.
That was good.
Thanks. Yeah, Lane Riggs all over the back bumper of Garcia. It's going to be if Garcia just can slip off the bottom and just get a little out of shape and allow Lane Riggs to roll the bottom. He's so good through 3 and 4. If he could just get the left rear quarter and get the side draft and get alongside, it's going to be tough as right here. Almost as Garcia's going to track down the straightaway just to give Lane a tough angle, and that's going to make it really difficult on Lane as maybe Garcia can clear off the 2, but it's going to be difficult. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch.
Side by side, 5 laps to go. Connor Mozak is just ahead of him.
Gonna get loose.
Get loose. Battle for the lead right
There's a
here.
battle for the lead. Jake Garcia is going to still pull away. And here comes Chandler Smith. Oh, man, this is such a great battle. Got 4 trucks in this battle right here.
Battle with 4 to go right here.
Caden Honeycutt all over the bumper of Chandler Smith. What a battle up front. This is so much fun to watch as the laps tick down here in stage number 1.
I think we're seeing how important that clean air is. Jake Garcia, I don't think, has as good a truck right now as the 3 guys that have pounded him down, but he's just able to use the air to his advantage and hang on. Can he do it for 2 more laps?
Look, if you're Lane Riggs right here, you're wondering, this is a good test, right? But this is late in the race, coming to the win. How do you make this pass? You get a freebie right here with the stage. Obviously, you want to win the stage. But they're learning.
He's coming.
Tough here.
Lane Riggs coming. 2 to go.
It gets so
and Lane Riggs takes the lead. Is he going to be able to hold it? Is he going to be able to clear him? He does. And Lane Riggs to the lead with 2 laps to go in the stage.
Yeah, mirrored right behind the battle for 3rd as well. Honeycutt did the exact same thing Lane Riggs did as Lane got that clean air, driving away.
Coming to the white flag final lap of the stage.
He literally is driving off in the sunset. The sun is setting.
1 to go.
The track's going to be changing here, so we'll keep our eye on that.
A battle for 2nd right here with Honeycutt into the picture. That 13 truck starting to fade a little bit late.
Final lap of this stage. Lane Riggs with a power move. He gets around Jake Garcia, who had led all 43 laps to that.
And Lane Riggs is going to win stage 1 at Rockingham.
Lane Riggs, first career stage win for him. Jake Garcia's second, Caden Honeycutt.
So it's about a 15.5-minute green flag run right there to end the stage. I am going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of the final or the second stage.
Lane Riggs gets it done.
Fox Saturday Baseball is back. It's Shohei Ohtani and the star-studded Dodgers take on Corey Seager and the Rangers. Or Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals take on Juan Soto and a loaded Mets lineup. Saturday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Kick back. It's smooth streaming ahead with Fios premium channels. Get ready for an unpredictable world. Murder with a family twist. A trip back in time to the mean streets of Harlem. Family drama and family business. And the greatest wrestling story never told until now. See it all on Max, Paramount Plus with Showtime, MGM Plus, Stars, Cinemax. Anywhere you are with Fios TV mobile app. Order premium networks on channel 860.
If you've got the time or the stomach for it, I've got a story for you.
I'm looking for someone who knows the Lost Lands.
Why do you leave the city?
I'm looking for immense power.
Friends of yours?
I don't have many friends.
The Lost Lands. Rated R.
Corey.
Jesus.
Put the work in.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
You gotta do it, please. Oh.
So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It is A game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter Zahat. The Cheesy Bites Pizza. And new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
At Mother's, we're driven by the details. The finish, the shine, the personal style. Mother's signature Back to Black Service Care technology brings out the best of your tires, trim, and plastic. From our Back to Black satin tire dressing or our high gloss tire shine to our legendary trim and plastic restore. When you want your vehicle to truly stand out, showcase it with Mother's Back to Black. Give it that mother's love.
April 27th on Fox, the stars of NASCAR head to Talladega for the biggest thrill ride of the year. It's the Jack Links 500 at Talladega. That's April 27th on Fox.
I love Talladega. It's such a great racetrack, so much action, so much fun. Can't wait to tune in Fox and check it all out.
Good to watch you, Mr. Hocevar, on Sunday. What do you think of Talladega? For real.
I'm not a fan at all of Talladega, just because of my bad luck there, but Talladega is always fun and enjoyable. Just when I get on the track, it doesn't seem to love me the same way, so I always a little bit dread going there, but how we were in Atlanta, maybe I'll enjoy it, but I'm still looking forward to it. But every time I had a shot in the trucks, we had a flat or something dumb would happen, and same thing in Cup so far.
Drivers always have that love-hate with Daytona, Talladega, but the fans,
they love it.
Love it.
I loved it as a kid watching. I loved it as a fan watching. I love watching Xfinity and trucks now, but yeah, I have that love-hate. But if I win there once or we run really good, I'll love it.
All right, the pits are officially open, so we're about to see our first pit stops at Rockingham. What do you think? Some adjustments here?
Yes, probably a bunch of adjustments, maybe less towards the front, but yeah, all eyes on the 34 cam. We know late races had 3 speeding penalties so far this year, and he's had a little bit of trouble. I remember at Homestead when I was pit reporting, that was kind of his Achilles heel on pit road. So a lot of pressure on these crews because we've seen how tough it is to pass and how important track position is. It's going to come on the crews.
You better be making an adjustment if you're up front because Corey Heim is a-coming, and if you don't make your truck better, he's going to beat you.
Yes, he is. All right, they're coming your way, Amanda.
Yeah, and one of those trucks coming is the 38 of Chandler Smith as he pulls into the very first pit stall here at Rockingham. That truck's going to take fuel and 4 tires. Chandler was telling his team that this truck just does not have grip laterally. It's way too much on the back rear. Todd?
The 13, Jake Stark Garcia, he liked his truck to start this run, but as the run went on, built a little too much to the tight side. So they're going to raise the track bar up, get some freeness in it. Just the opposite for Lane Riggs in the 34. He did not like his truck to start, way too loose. He said the racetrack came to him as it started taking rubber. They're doing the opposite, going to lower the track bar to try to get some lateral grip in the back. Jamie?
All right, Todd, so that answered our question. All of our front runners made some track bar adjustments, a little air pressure adjustment, new tires. We come back. We will kick off stage 2.
First, we dropped in to tackle any job. Then we built the first muscle truck, then added the legendary Hemi engine. Ram has always powered American freedom. Now with our Freedom of Choice pricing program, visit your local dealer to choose your offer. Cash incentives or employee pricing for all. Because nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Get $6,500 combined cash allowance, plus current Chevrolet, Ford, and GMC owners get $1,500 bonus cash, or get employee pricing for all on select 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
Hey, get off your...
Show off. Mountain Dew.
Some folks are drawn to open country. Others crave the wild roar of a high-performance exhaust. And some like both. We call them family.
This is Joseph Newgarden. Joseph was conceived to win races. Stopped drinking milk at 2, picked it back up at 32. Good for strong bones. Tell that to his clavicle. Joseph wins even when he loses. This is his wife, his Tuesdays, his hand-eye coordination. He might have the greatest jawline in sports. He's not that handsome. And on Sundays, Joseph flies. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
Well, it's straight. It is? It's a repetitive motion. Do you do this a lot? Well, I do give out a lot of checks. That explains it.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel.
What's up, Andy? How you doing?
Guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com for your consultation.
If you've been in a motor vehicle crash, know this. There are short time deadlines, and you only have one chance.
Mothers is using AI. What?
444-4444. Let us win for you.
Walk me back through just that week after winning the biggest race of your life, having Dale pass, and now we got to go race.
Yeah, I thought there was, in my mind, there was going to be indecision. Did we go to Rockingham? Yeah, we set it out in honor, and we decided as collectively as a group, and certainly correctly, Dale would be pissed if we didn't go to Rockingham.
And that's Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour. Happy to see you on there. They're sponsored by Echo Park, and we appreciate what they do. But Michael, it's good to hear you reflect back on that year and that moment in particular.
Yeah, we talked about the press conference. It's the darndest thing that I'd ever seen. And then, I mean, darn if Park didn't go to victory lane for DEI. Just a special memory. That whole weekend was really challenging for the whole team. But as you can see, the fans turned out to honor Dale. And look at this finish. Steve Parks able to go to victory lane driving that one car for Dale, and just a special memory. There's the 3 hat, and you know, that was a tough weekend for everybody, but it was the right thing to do.
Here you go, Carson.
To be a part of it.
That moment when you did the victory lap, and of course, look at the latest generation of racers paying respects to the 3. Dale Earnhardt, I love it. It matches your truck that you have, right, at the racetrack?
Yeah, I just got the truck. I went home for some family things, and I got given this jacket that was in my family, and a family member of mine had it for a long time, and it matches the truck pretty well. And so I drove up here with this on and driving the truck. A lot of people think it's a Mike Skinner truck. I call it Dale, so it's a Dale truck.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, we're happy to be at Rockingham. I mean, we're reliving a lot of these great moments, Michael, but I'm so happy you were on there to talk about that moment in our sport and what happened and moving forward to this very racetrack.
I'm thankful for Kevin Harvick. He does such a great great job with the podcast. Tells so many fun stories. We talked about not only Rockingham, but other races and wins we had, and you know, just a fella that's all immersed in NASCAR. And that's why he's so great in the booth for Fox Sports.
Well, we saw during break, Matt Crafton had an issue. A lot of smoke. Amanda, what are you hearing?
Yeah, just an air of calamities down here for the 88. I was told that the switch that Matt uses to switch from one battery to the other was shorting out, and that was causing sparks inside of that truck that ended up lighting, as we said earlier, that the dash was on fire, and that was the smoke coming out of the 88.
No, Matt Crafton was on fire.
Is being pushed back to
Matt Crafton
garage,
is done.
I know we're talking about it all day. Such a shame, considering that Matt Crafton has experience here at the Rock.
Yeah, it's a shame. He's had such a tough start to the season. Just another bump in the road here for that 88 team. I'll tell you what, Jamie, an electrical fire is hard to breathe.
All right,
in.
going back green.
Back to the green flag.
Green flag. Well, you don't like Matt Crafton?
They lead us off for stage number 2. Lane Riggs just behind him. Parker Kligerman up in the top 4.
We got strategy all over the place. Guys taking 2 tires. We talk about the grip and how the tires aren't falling off. That allowed people to make a strategy call here early in the going.
Yeah, Enfinger out in the lead on 2, 45 on 2 as well.
Enfinger pulls away on the restart.
The biggest shock to me, won the restart on the bottom, but it was from a good push on Lane Riggs. We'll have to keep an eye on what lanes are winning inside and out, but that's impressive. But Ben Rhodes and the 26 of Dawson Sutton were caught speeding. That's why they're starting tail end of the long line on the last restart.
Big Garcia also with a slow pit stop. He dropped from second spot back to about 7th or 8th, but he's made a nice restart here, making some ground.
Made a nice adjustment on that 13 truck. He needed that to be a little bit better, even though he dominated that first stage. Didn't pick up the win, though. It was Lane Riggs with the big move to pick up his first
He never liked Crafton
of his career.
Old man is too old to be good.
You saw Jake Garcia go high because the other truck was low. Gotten a lot of options here at Rockingham.
I've always liked Matt Crafton ever since he
That's really
filled in for
right
Kyle
there.
Busch
Work here
at the Daytona
to get to
500.
the right rear of the 38 and
So, like, that's a nice thing to
all
do.
that momentum and get the side draft and clear them all up into one. That's going to be a pass we're going to see a lot of.
You know how strong he was on fresh tires when they threw the green flag. He drove off and led most of the first stage. He's good on new tires. We'll see if the adjustments makes him good as the tires get a little bit of heat in them.
So Garcia into 4th. Meanwhile, up front, Grant Enfinger on right side.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid, the fact that he won a title without winning a race. Well, not...
You were talking about it after practice.
I don't think it's stupid that you can win a title without winning a race. You know? Like, Austin Dillon did it in the Xfinity Series in 2013. But that was with a full season format, you know. Like, if you can do it with a full season format where you're genuinely just the most consistent driver, then yeah, you know, so be it, you know. But he didn't do that. He exposed the system.
2 guys in dirty air. This is difficult for the 34 and 45 to stay as close as they are in dirty air this quick into a run. Look for them to keep moving forward late in this race.
Oh, sideways. That thing got loose on him. You usually think of a truck losing a nose when you're in that dirty air, but he lost the rear end. Must be hanging on is Lane Riggs.
Lane Riggs being really aggressive there. You saw him swerving down the straightaway to try and keep that 45 behind him. That's all but brought Jake Garcia into the battle here. That 13 truck looking really good here on the short run.
Corey Heim slipped back a few positions. He's in 7th now.
Garcia running higher than the first 3 guys as much as we've seen, and Heim working his way as high as 5th in the end of stage 1. Got a little bit behind through strategy and whatnot, but currently 7th, looking really good. Ty Majeski 6th. Not a lot of shocks up here as front players.
Look at that first 7 right there, nose to tail. Nice string of trucks. We'll start to see if they can make that bottom work, or if they need to roll up to the top side, make any ground. All this, a lot of this, Carson, you know, is just about aero. You know, you don't want to be in that bad air if you can possibly have the truck versatile enough to move up high or lower to get away from the guy in front of you.
That's why a place like Rockingham, it's not a smooth ride as we saw on board of Majeski's. You see the battle now with the 15 of Tanner Gray and
Briggs wins, yeah.
This track isn't
He's my win
smooth.
pick.
It's not easy to run the bottom. It's not easy to hit the bottom. It's not easy to move.
I don't really have
it
a
just has
favorite.
all these weird lines that you get a run off of 4, and
the
you get
trucks,
a run off of 2, and 2 gets tight. If you're on the top and everything, that it really allows you to move around if you can get some clean air. That's keeping these trucks close
Lane
together.
Riggs was my win pick.
Daniel Hemrick just out of the shot. First time we talked about him today. Running in the 13th spot just behind this battle right here. Daniel, of course, got the win 2 weeks ago at Martinsville. There he is. Brandon Finger continues to lead the field here at the Rock. Lane Riggs behind him. We'll be back. 135 laps to go.
Southern New Hampshire University makes it possible for working adults and parents to accomplish their dreams.
Frankie Muniz is being black flagged and told to work on the truck. His lap times are
it's worth it in more ways than you can probably
a couple seconds off the
As you
pace.
start that momentum and get that first class going, the rest just really falls into place.
He's not beating minimum speed. Sounds like.
College is impossible. I was right there with you, but I can say today that it is possible because of SNHU.
Go to snhu.edu to get started.
It's showtime.
Welcome to the SoFi NBA Play-In Tournament.
Check the punch your ticket to the playoffs. Earn a spot on the main stage.
To prove you've got what it takes, you've got to take someone's place.
Every game, every play, and every moment matters. But once you're in,
Anything is possible.
all you gotta do is win to get in.
The crowd is still buzzing.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Hey, Sweaty.
Here's Fox News say if you're wearing a Bulls jersey that isn't Michael Jordan, then you're automatically a thug.
Mouth smelling like perspirin.
I did. Force 24/7 sweat protection.
You did this to my pits.
Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza. It is A game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter Zahat. The Cheesy Bites Pizza. And new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the pizza.
Oh yes, they said. Forgot to mention this. They said that 7:50 would be the darkness time for this race. So sunset's at 7:55. NASCAR is saying at 7:50 if this race were to go to that point. The next lap would be 2 laps to go. Obviously, I highly doubt that'll happen.
And discover why a NASCAR race in Michigan is anything but slow. Get your tickets today at mispeedway.com.
New leader at the Rock, Caden Honeycutt, has gotten around the 34.
So Caden Honeycutt is taking the lead.
Takes the lead for the first time today. Gentlemen, let's take a look at how it happened.
Yeah, we saw it off your screen right here. Right here, the 34 made a really good crossover maneuver. Going to get loose, as we've seen before. Going to get loose once, twice, and going to be able to pinch. But see the 45 on the screen. You're going to see him drive all the way to the inside, take advantage of it, and slide him both while he's got momentum. The 34-9 side drafted each other. The 34-9 lost their momentum. 45 being able to take advantage of cut the distance. And
Your fuck ass stream is 2 laps behind.
And pulling away a little
Then
bit.
pause me for 2 laps, I guess.
But now Garcia to 3rd. As we've lost touch with Enfinger. He's fallen all the way to 6 now.
And you remember those 2 tires that Caden Honeycutt took are working for him. Fast truck right now. But Jake Garcia, we talked about how good he was on the new tires at the start of the race. That adjustment looks like it's working good for him too, as he's got his truck up into the 3rd spot.
impressive right here for all of them. As Corey Day currently 3 laps down with a right rear, currently down pit road again. Just a bad day going worse, Michael.
Yeah, you got to learn everything.
Corey Day's on pit road. Ben Rhodes is
Remember the power steering issue? He's off the track.
Off track now.
Probably just wore his poor arms out. Man, that's too much of a job to do without power steering.
Amanda, what's the latest on the 99?
Yeah, still battling that power steering. I think there might be air in the line of trying to get that power steering fluid back into that truck. I just saw the team run off of the pit box and told him to exit that track. The 99 is headed back to the garages, guys.
See, Rich Lucius is crushing there. Tough break for them. They look like contenders to start this day, earlier with practice and qualifying.
That time by Jake Garcia and Corey Heim, the fastest 2 trucks on the track. They're both solidly in the top 5. You can see here, 17 of Giorgio. He's having a great run. He's got a really fast truck and he's doing a good job.
Pass for the lead.
There's a battle for the lead. Nathan Bird in that 02 truck, black truck, got in the way of Caden Honeycutt, and that allowed the door to open up for Lane Riggs.
Honeycutt Riggs leads here for the second time today. He won stage 1.
Lane Riggs back to the lead.
See you guys.
Honeycutt looks a little free or something to be able to not have him be able to run the bottom as good, and Nathan Bird just took that.
So Lane Riggs won the first stage and pulling away with 12 to go in stage 2. Up to 6/10 of a second lead.
Making his way forward. They made that big adjustment, fell back a bit, but he's moving forward as Lane Riggs continues to lead. We'll step aside, but you won't miss a thing.
First, we dropped in to tackle any job. Then we built the first muscle truck, then added the legendary Hemi engine. Ram has always powered American freedom. Now with our Freedom of Choice pricing program, visit your local dealer to choose your offer. Cash incentives or employee pricing for all. Because nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Get $6,500 combined cash allowance, plus current Chevrolet, Ford, and GMC owners get $1,500 bonus cash, or get employee pricing for all on select 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world-famous Baja Chipotle sauce. Listen, that's the Baja Chipotle talking. Well, it's actually me talking, but you know what I mean. Find your fresh with the new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway.
Welcome to Truck Country, where sweat becomes fuel, bumpers become bruisers, and pedals become pedestals. Where a future is written, one lap at a time, and burned into history. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
500 miles of asphalt, deep in the heart of Alabama.
Ben Rhodes is likely done for the race.
And chance.
Here we go, guys. The big one.
It's here where legends are made, or dreams are crushed. The Jack Links 500 from Talladega, April 27th on Fox.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Lane Riggs continues to lead here over Caden Honeycutt, Jake Garcia back in third, Chandler Smith, and Corey Heim.
Your dog likes to eat sunflower seeds?
We've been watching, looking around, the movers, the comers and the goers of this race so far.
Yeah, Connor Mozak had that problem early, got spun with the wall, top 10. Good solid run for him. Stuart Friesen with the problems early, with starting in the rear. He's up to 13. So you got some good movers and shakers, and you got a lot of 2x2 racing. Look at this battle.
This battle 10 through 13th right here is Friesen's going to get 1, maybe 2, looking maybe to the inside, trying to clear that 71 of Rajah Caruth with that HenderCars.com Chevy. Side by side, going to continue fighting. Going to be tough to stay side by side as Friesen's going to clear and click off one more spot up to 12.
Connor Mozak, you mentioned him, Michael. I mean, lap 3, the guy went around, and his truck has been that good. The team has stayed in it now, up to 10th. You see him right there in that colorful 81. Tanner Gray just behind him.
And as racing goes, turned around Bailey Curry, and Curry's 5 laps down, and he's in the top 10. You know, sometimes racing just doesn't seem fair to you, but you just race on.
We talked to Tanner Gray's crew chief in the show earlier, and obviously felt really good about their truck running 11th right now. Maybe not 100% the best day they would 100% want right now, but still looking pretty solid right now with plenty of time to adjust on that truck.
Final lap here.
All right, so coming to the final lap
of
the stage, Lane Riggs has the lead, 1 to go.
Stage win earlier. Trying to hang on here to pick up stage win number 2.
Wood doing his best to stay ahead of Lane. I don't think Lane's going to contest him too strongly. Pretty big lead, over a second for Riggs as he comes to the green and white checker.
All right, Lane Riggs is going to win stage 2.
Sweep the stages so far. Kane Honeycutt, Jake Garcia, they stay in that order. Chandler Smith and Corey Heim round out the top.
So it's about a
Again, Lane Riggs, hang on.
13-minute and 45-second green flag run. I'm going to go outside and smoke. I will be back for the start of the final stage.
Hey, grab more delectables. You know, that lickable cat treat.
Delickable delectables.
Yes, just hurry.
Must be delicious.
Delectables, lickable treat. Deliciously delectable delectables.
Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams. 2311, owned by these two, but this guy actually races for his team. And they both share the track with the team owned by this guy. 3 teams, 4 legends, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Oh, weeding is the worst. But now, there's Spruce. You'll see visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day. And it's safe for use around people and pets. Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number. With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Whoa, a number.
Is it competitive?
Don't know about you, this time it was kind of better.
I will be reducing the scholarship program to 3.
Go out like a legend.
It's a party.
Here's spring. We've been waiting for you. It's time to lease a new 25 Toyota Corolla Cross L. Now $359 a month, 36 months, $3,000 total due at signing. Signed, Burdick Toyota. Shop with SmartPath at BurdicToyota.com.
It's an April shower of savings on over 200 vehicles at Burdick Chevrolet.
Where you can lease a new 25 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT 4x4. Now just $299 a month for 24 months. Qualified buyers can save over $8,000 off the MSRP. Or choose 5.9 for 84 financing during Chevy Truck Month.
Super spring savings at Burdick Chevrolet at Drivers Village. Together, let's drive. Shop BurdickGM.com.
Dear Spring, we've been waiting for you. It's time to buy a new Toyota with $3,000 TMS customer cash on a new 25 Tundra SR5 double cab or 2.99 for 72 financing. Shop with SmartPath at BurdicToyota.com.
Tomorrow on Fox, reigning MVP Shohei Ohtani leads the Dodgers against Corey Seager and the Rangers, or Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals battle Juan Soto and the Mets. Check local listings for the game in your area. That's tomorrow at 4 Eastern on Fox.
I could have handled that Corey Seager name, but after that, Jamie, I think you did a really nice job of staying on top of things there.
Arenado.
There you go.
Nolan Arenado.
It's fun to say.
The Cardinals. We got a lot of stuff going on Fox right now. NASCAR, IndyCar, NHRA, baseball. What else do we have? Horse racing. Your home for sports. Oh, look at this guy.
I love
this kid's races on Fox.
I like his shorts. Look at him. The whole family's got him on.
How fun is that? There's a sand mill right outside the racetrack. We showed it earlier. These boys are playing in the sand, having a good old time.
It's the Sand Hill region of North Carolina.
There you go.
See the stage points on the screen. Lane Riggs, impressive 20. Kane Honeycutt, impressive 17. And I bet you this is a career day so far for Jake Garcia.
Started off strong with that pole. Now we'll see where they go with the strategy.
Really doing it on a big stage here in Rockingham.
Time for pit stops for the second time, Amanda.
Chandler Smith comes back to that first pit stall here at Rockingham. He pulls into that team that he assembled back in January. It will be 4 tires for Chandler Smith as we take a look at that. But he told his team that he's flying better laterally. He's hitting the splitter on entry. Todd?
Yeah, I spoke with the crew chief, Phil Gould, on the 45. He said Caden got a little tight as that run went, but Phil feels like it was just the left front tire being wore out, the fact they only took 2 tires at stop. So 4 tires with no changes for Caden Honeycutt. The 34 Lane Riggs, he feels like the racetrack has stopped changing. They're going to make some adjustments, a little bit of air out of the right rear to give him some lateral grip in the back. Jamie?
Guess if it stopped changing, that's bad news for the rest of the field because Lane's been pretty good. But I'll tell you, Chandler Smith up 3 spots to the lead for him. We'll be back for the third and final stage from the Rock.
Glenn?
Why are you screaming?
Because you're screaming! Are you hiding from used car shopping?
Yeah. What if I overpaid?
I get it. Nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But that's nothing to be afraid of.
Show me, Carfax.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
Way better. Popcorn?
Definitely. No fear, just Fox. Say show me at Carfax.com.
That's new. Join me, my friend.
What are you doing?
We are living la vida loca. Oh, do you mean the Dolce Vita? Is this your idea?
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita.
That's it. Is this Las Vegas? Venice. I'm confused. That is good.
Come on, let's go. Get off here.
Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew! Check it out. He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza in his A game. Slicing through the lane. Feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever. Peter Zahat. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Light, Safe Light.
Don't wait. Go to SafeLight.com and schedule now.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
Find a urology specialist who treats PD at GoGetSomebody.com.
Check it out. Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable Cheesy Bites Pizza and Ranch Lovers Flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy-filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts, with solutions customized for the short term and the long haul. Because business as usual isn't the usual anymore. Enterprise for lives in drive.
Tonight is the third and final Triple Truck Challenge, and these 2 drivers, you see Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick, both got the wins the last 2 weeks. If they're the top finisher of the eligible drivers, they will take home a total of $150,000. If it's somebody else like Elaine Riggs or Parker Kligerman, Raja Karuth, they'll take home an extra $50,000 tonight.
Well, those 2 teams you talked about, Hemrick and Chandler Smith, they both took 2 tires and gained a lot of track position. Or Chandler just moved forward, but Lane has got himself positioned, and Parker Kligerman, he took 2 tires as well to get into the story.
For the second straight time, right?
He has yet to put left sides on that thing. The tire changers have been thankful they haven't had to work that hard yet. But yeah, I'm curious how this seems to work out. He got himself to the top 10, got himself some track position. but I'm really curious to see the thought process here if it could take advantage.
Let's see if he can deliver a sucker punch and use that strategy to win this race.
It's a good one.
Thank you.
But Brandon Jones, you see that one truck, I should say, had a loose wheel as we're good.
The wheel got away from him on pit road. Here it is. Tire sitting on pit road. The official goes and gets it. That means he will restart tail end of the longest line. So he's already back there a ways, so giving up a few positions there for that penalty.
There's no hiding that one, Michael. There's no like trying to plead your case, right? It's pretty obvious, especially when we put those stickers on those tires.
We got Sammy Smith, Connor Mosak also moving.
All right, getting ready to go back green here at Rockingham for the final stage.
Yeah, Barry's guys, like we've seen, the 34 of Lane Riggs going to be 5th car on the
Chandler
bottom.
Smith is leading, got Raja Caruth running in second.
Going to be maybe making those trucks difficult to handle as you see Sammy Smith. This is the highest he's been all day.
Right behind him is Connor Mosak. We saw his problems earlier.
They were used to seeing that 07 truck, though, up front.
That sun looks like it could be causing us some problems here as we race into the evening. Track's going to change too. I think it's going to cool off enough at the end of this race that maybe this track will change, and we'll see who that benefits as we go toward the checker.
Yeah, it was interesting, different philosophies. We heard Lane say he thinks it's done changing,
right,
but I think
back
there's
green.
a few others, Michael, that have adjusted knowing it'll change. As we're back under green with Chandler Smith, Raja Caruth restarts on the front row for the first time this evening.
Bottom won the last restart. Really strong run from Raja to be able to
All
get
right,
through
so
the
whoever
gears.
leads this lap,
Clearman could be able to maybe help recover.
or at the end of this lap is the halfway mark.
With Raja on the inside could be a tough
Whoever leads this lap will be the halfway leader, I guess.
Side still down through 3 and 4.
God, it's so hard to hold that bottom. As you can see, Raja's
going to be
open up the bottom for Parker.
Chandler.
Go 3 wide, maybe. He's going to help be there for the 71, maybe help him out, but that's going to be a tough as Raja gets loose inside now.
And Chandler Smith clears him.
To the lead, Chandler Smith.
Raja washes up to the outside. You saw their hands working in there. Look at this, trying to make it 3 wide behind him. That's Lane Riggs.
Wow, what a battle. Look at all that mess.
Wide again, there's Lane Riggs in the middle. Going to lose a lot of spots here as they're going to train him on the outside. Going to be able to get tucked right behind the 11 as the 81 way up the racetrack. That's going to help Lane Riggs recover right there. But the biggest loser right now, that 07 truck right in the middle of your street, losing a lot of spots quick.
Majeski got a little bit loose and slowed his momentum, and that hurt the 07 of Smith. Mosak continues to run way up there where no one else is. I keep thinking he's wrecking, but he seems to be keeping pace with the field.
He got those tires dirty one time, and he just keeps landing up there and just making him worse and compounding. But, you know, we see back here Garcia, guys, you know, the 98, you know, guys stuck in traffic. They hadn't been in traffic this much all day as we see side by side the 17 teammates right here.
Daniel Hemrick is in second.
Oh, Tanner Brake.
Tanner.
Huge.
Lane Riggs is back down to 8th.
That'll get your attention right there. That thing got away from him in a hurry.
There's contact in front. That was, I believe, Mosak again at some point. And Dawson Sutton maybe. As you see, they're all sort of on top of each other. They got together.
Oh, that's going to be a wreck.
Oh!
Connor Mosak, Luke Fenn.
Wow, he saved it.
Luke hangs on to it.
I can't believe they didn't crash.
He's got a fender rub. You see it there on the left rear.
Mosak got to be able to take advantage of the line. He's been running the last few laps and take evasive action, but going to be a tire rub on the 66.
Ben Rhodes is out. Matt Crafton is back on the track, 41 laps down.
Yeah, there's Sutton with maybe a right front down
Dawson
or something
Sutton.
out of the groove at some point. Slow. I believe we got a replay for you.
Yeah, this is what happens when they go 3 wide into
almost
turn 3.
spun there.
There's just not enough room for everyone. Damage to the left
Almost
front
hit the wall.
right front of Finhouse.
Did a good job avoiding trouble there.
But I mean, ahead. There's just trucks all over each other
big trouble
here. We're on board with the 18 here.
Just in case of Mosak not giving enough space, not maybe a late call, flat wide or something. But yeah, a lot happening right there. But I think really because Mosak had so much going on in 1 and 2, he hadn't fully recovered and known exactly where it was on the racetrack. Just put him in a tight spot, able to corral these trucks.
You see Luke Fenhouse gave up a lot of track position back in 21st now.
Had a rub on that right front, but it looks like it's clearanced itself. Let's hope that doesn't mean it rubbed the sidewall of that tire and he has a flat. Because a flat right front here will hurt. Nice little loose truck off turn 4.
So much going on. Corey Heim right there in the 11 truck was part of that gaggle moving forward. He's gotten up to 5th tonight, but guys, he hasn't been able to move past that. Hasn't led a lap yet tonight. It's been a lot about this man right here, Chandler Smith, as he continues to lead here. You see that led 13 of 107 laps tonight.
I think that might be about the biggest lead we've seen. He's driven off by just over a second. And there's Daniel Hemrick using strategy. Oh, caution's out. Hemrick using the strategy to get those 2 tires. He's got the track position, and he likes his truck.
98. Ty Majeski's got big damage.
Series champion Ty Majeski tilted the in-car. That brings out the 4th caution this evening. Wow, that's a big hit.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Yeah, that was about a 3-minute and 49-second green flag run.
Difficult to be able to repair a lot of damage right there. You can see basically the whole underbody of that rear tail going to be tough. You can see smoke already filling the cockpit from the tire rubs and everything.
He was
tough luck right there.
He was running 10th at the time of this impact. Take a look back here.
He's on the inside of Grant Enfinger, and we know how easy it is to get loose down there. And that's what happens. Got the right rear out, no air to lean on. That means a loose race truck, and it went around.
I've seen that before, Michael. Remember a few weeks ago in Martinsville, just running real close on the bottom, trying to get a little tight, and just gets in too deep, too shallow, and Ty Majeski around and pays the price for it this time, battling for 10th with Grant Enfinger.
Second bad week for Ty Majeski. Finished 33rd a week ago at Bristol. Ooh, right there.
It's a hard hit. Job to be able to recover there and keep his truck out of the wall, but not the same for Ty Majeski as that Soda Cinch truck is, seen better days right now.
You know how hard it is, Carson, when you're that outside truck, you can almost sense that the guy below you is in trouble, and you just roll up and give him room so he doesn't take you with him. And I think you saw some heads-up driving there by Grant Enfinger doing just that.
A lot of experience.
Yeah, Ty Majeski's taking it to the garage.
Just easily able to unwind the wheel. And unfortunately, been sort of a characteristic of Ty. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Looks like he's done for the day.
Unfortunately, it's on the inside of trucks. It just gets loose, trying a little bit too hard on entry, and just
Chandler Smith is leading on lap 111.
What are we going to do about this? Timely caution. You could make it from here, and we know the tires don't fall off. Do people come and get some gas?
I mean, if you're not up front, I think you definitely take advantage of it. But I think almost everybody potentially is going to be able to want to take advantage of it, right? Because you're not going to be able to flip it. Once the guys are good on fuel, they're going to stay out the rest of the day.
Yeah, and
they're going to stay the rest of the day. So you're not going to be able to catch a yellow and hopefully flip them and get better tires and get back through the field. I think you're really going to see a lot of people come down. It's just now 2 or 4 or none.
Yeah, none might be the option too, but if you're going to come down and that's a call you kind of make on the fly. If you see a lot of trucks come in front of you, you might take 2 or just no tires at all to gain track position. So these crew chiefs, these spotters will be reporting in what's happening and who's doing what as these drivers make their way down pit road.
You have a lot of variables, right? Do you think it's going to go green to the 89 or what? There's so many different options.
They'll have a little bit more time to think about their strategy and what they do next when we come back after this.
Come on, let's go. Get off here.
Red flag.
Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain!
It's for fence repair.
Put the work in.
So the race is going to be stopped here as they repair the fence.
I have to go potty.
So we might actually get closer to that 750 mark.
Oh.
So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
Nice Oakleys, Stipe. Where'd you get them?
GovX.com. Man, I gotta get me one of those. Where'd you get it? GovX.com.
Hey, Stipe, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
GovX.com. Use it.
So red flag is out here at 6:26.
Military and law enforcement.
We have
GovX.com.
an hour and 24 minutes until the
Royal Jewel.
NASCAR darkness time, where the race would end.
Always been Tyson.
I still think we'll get to the end of the race before then, but it also depends how long this takes, because I said fence repair, so that doesn't sound that good, you know?
Let's go
That's what Bob said.
citizens of the Lord. That's a great Lord.
He only listens to your tips.
Because it's my baby.
You gotta feed your lawn. Feed it.
Feed it. Feed it.
The consistency is everything.
Scott's weed.
Like I said, at 7:50,
Look how thick my lawn
a thick lawn is the enemy of
like
weeds.
as soon as 7:50 hits, after you take the, after you like cross the line the next time, it'll be 2 to go.
Feed it.
After the leader.
Come on, let's go. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew.
Saturday, the Xfinity Series takes center stage for qualifying at 11:30 a.m. on the CWF before tackling The Rock at 4 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
And the red flag is out here at Rockingham with 89 laps to go, and that's because the turn 2 wall had some pretty significant damage, so they're working on
No, it's not the
repairing that.
fence,
You
it's
see
just
it
the
there.
wall, okay.
I broke the
AMR
wall.
safety team.
I broke a wall once up at Bristol.
That's a big impact.
So it's possible. It happens. There you see the drivers getting some water from the safety team. There's the sucker punch truck. Isn't that nice when that shows up?
So nice when it shows up. And then we're so rude. We throw the water right out.
So this will probably only
Right
take
when we're
about
done,
10
we don't wait for
minutes.
them to come back and throw it in the trash. We just litter and throw it on the ground. And
Let's take another look at the impact that led to this red flag.
They squeezed up into the outside wall. We see so many trucks getting loose down in the bottom. And what happens is they slide up the hill and get into the wall.
such an odd shape in the one, right? With the way he was going in, you see it's kind of straight and tight diamond, and he's trying to side draft the 9 and kind of pull weight, which ends up giving him a shallow entry, and just has to put a lot of wheel. And the second you do, and the side draft or the side force comes off your truck, you have too much wheel, and you're just not ready for it.
Watch this thing snap on him right there.
Yeah, right when he goes to add wheel, he's instantly trying to correct it back, and you're just already behind. You already got to be ready to go with your hands and already unwinding the wheel if you want to catch it, and you just got behind.
Such a helpless feeling when it goes wrong like that, because once it snaps, look at that impact. Back tires off to the ground.
So Ty Majeski is back in the garage. So is his teammate Ben Rhodes, who had the power steering issues earlier.
And Matt Crafton.
Yep, Matt Crafton. He had the dash catch fire. Stephen Malazzi is off and in the garage as well.
Having to weld that wall back together.
Yeah. Now right here, this is what I was talking about just before. This is the 26, just going to be coming into your screen now. 26 at 81. Hard in the outside wall, a little bit the 81, but this is where that 26 of Dawson Sutton's right front got cut down, and potentially why Connor Mozak got behind on his spotter or got behind of where exactly he was and pitched those guys into 3. You know, just trying to recover from getting into the wall again. I don't think anybody's gone higher than Connor Mozak for as many laps as he has so far.
Well, somebody
They're under red flag on lap 111, or I think 112 actually. 111 laps have been completed.
Friends of
He somehow came out of it
on lap
okay.
112, red flag is out.
Road, and that was maybe the 26 getting loose under him, and he got loose under the 44. Connor Mozak came out okay on both ends of it so far.
Well, there's been a lot to stay on top of. Todd, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Dylan Capello, Lane Riggs crew chief. Dylan, you got another fast hot rod there. That F-150 looking pretty good, and your driver's wheeling the thing. You've seen it sideways a few times. What do you think you got for the end of this race?
Yeah, I think we got a good shot at it. The truck's been really good all day, you know. We kind of chased it a little bit in practice and took our best guess at balance-wise where we're going to fire off here, and he's been pretty happy with it, so just some small adjustments away from where he was really comfortable. So I feel really good about it, and we'll see kind of how the race plays out here in the closing laps.
You see that little grin going? He's got something up his sleeve.
Yes, he does. Dylan Capello, I like it. He's a racer himself. He's still Goes around all these weekends off. He goes out there and gets it done himself.
Yeah, obviously super young, but seems like a real winner. Even when he goes and races, I remember seeing him win somewhere or another. But yeah, I mean, honestly starting to turn into the guy that a lot of teams are fighting for or fighting against or keeping their eye on. They're able to do a lot with that 34 truck.
You want to be like Charles tonight and get that call to go cup racing. We'll step aside as work continues on the turn 2 wall.
Some folks are drawn to open country.
So they are continuing to work on that wall here.
Lore of a high-performance exhaust. And some like both. We call them family.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Sky Rizzy.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything.
That crazy game that was happening earlier, the Cubs won. They beat the D-backs 13-11.
Feel significant symptom relief at
The
4
D-backs
weeks
were
with
down
Sky Rizzy,
7-1,
including abdominal pain
and
and
they
bowel movements.
then scored 10
Sky Rizzy helps
runs.
visibly improve damage in
And then the
intestinal
Cubs scored
lining.
6
And with
runs.
Sky Rizzy, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year,
fight right
and
back.
even at 3 years. Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Hey, get off your... Show off. Mountain Dew.
Sunlight is a powerful thing. Pets know, and so does Purina. That's why 100% of Purina's power comes from solar and wind investments to help make the food that powers your pet. Purina cares here and here.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
The world is in constant motion, and you have places to go. Enterprise has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get just the kind of vehicle you need.
Yeah, Chandler
when
Smith
and
is
where
still the
you
leader
need it.
right now.
Enterprise, for lives in drive.
He's
We
led
started
17
in Brooklyn
laps
in
today.
78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement.
Lane
Giving
Riggs is down to
drivers
5th
that
at the
same
moment.
roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
12 amateur survivalists compete in the extreme wilderness.
I don't understand this game.
But their fate is out of their hands.
Oh, we can hear him.
For $250,000, do you push your family to win or push the button to extract?
If there's anything that y'all can send me today.
Our survivalists are out there. We are playing a game in here.
Ready to go. Hit the button.
I'm not hitting the button.
Press the button.
Extracted. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Close in Carolina. Michael, you know something about this. Pinehurst, we're right up the street.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful part of the state of North Carolina. The Rockingham Speedway, just 20 miles away. Pinehurst, number 2. All the wonderful courses that are there. The 2024 U.S. Open last year.
Engines have been refired.
Got the win, and then I think you're
Yellow's
gonna see who
back
the real
out.
winner
There's
is
about a
in this
9-minute delay right there. 9-minute red
down
flag.
in Pinehurst, and just enjoying some good times down there.
So beautiful.
It's just the perfect part of the world. Tranquil, peaceful, and then you go 20 miles up the road. We got race trucks going every which way.
Love to be here, especially this time of the year. It's beautiful. Carson, you don't strike me as a golfer.
No, what'd you shoot?
I shot a 79 on Wednesday. Thank you, Brandon Suggs, for the Venmo.
I think I was like 179 if I went hunting. So
You just drive 179. You leave the golf in.
Everything's working out just fine for you, buddy.
I got a high score, and I thought it was good.
You're doing good here today. Happy to have you with us as, well, they're working on the wall. The turn 2 wall got knocked out. You saw what happened, the big impact by the 98 of Ty Majeski. So they're working on that. Our pit reporters are covering all things. And we're back rolling, so that is a great sign. You know, this safer barrier was actually installed back in 2011. You see the repair right there. 2011,
It's a wild
they installed
repair.
that in order to get the truckers back to Rockingham.
Yeah, that's an innovation.
Wild
that
repair
many
job.
Race car drivers and their families are so thankful that NASCAR invested in and made work. You know, a lot of people talk about the safety inside the truck, as you see here on board with Tyler Ankrum with the headrest and the head and neck restraint. But for me, the first time I ever hit a safer barrier and it didn't hurt, that was the biggest safety innovation in my world.
Being told that the pits are open, and Michael, you talked about that this opens up that window. They could pit here and be done for the race.
And if I don't have track position, I'm definitely doing that right now. And I'm a little bit surprised. There's a lot of trucks that did take advantage of that because of the fact that we haven't seen the fall off in tires, and we've seen guys just get 2 tires and be able to outrun guys with 4 tires. So a lot of strategy going on right here. This is going to be good for our broadcast because you're going to have a lot of different guys going in different directions.
Yeah, the highest guy that came down pit road, 6, Parker Kligerman. We've seen him take 2 tires all day long, finally able to put 4 on it. Grant Enfinger, one of those, he was 9th, and the next were 13th on back. So a lot of mixture of guys, but all kind of towards the back, or, you know, like Parker Kligerman, he needed a reason to be able to come in and take some tires.
Well, we saw that big impact by Ty Majeski. He's out of his truck and with Amanda.
Here's Ty Majeski.
Yeah, Jamie, Ty Majeski here in Reflection outside of the Care Center. And we talked a little bit off camera about the video of your in-car and how the wheel snapped. What could you have done different, Ty?
Yeah, you know, obviously this place is narrow. Hard racing at the end. We're, you know, giving each other quite a bit of room early on, and then that room kind of goes away as we get to the last stage. And yeah, I can't really blame Grant. You know, he held me tight. Obviously took the air off my right side. Yeah, just embarrassed, honestly. This last 3 weeks really isn't who I am as a driver. I feel so bad for everybody at Thorsport, Duke Ronda. Yeah, I just need to be better. So apologize to Soda Sense, and you know, they're a great partner, and we're gonna right the ship here. We got a lot of races left of the season, so obviously got wrenched and really embarrassed myself. So need to right the ship here and on to Texas.
We'll see you in Texas, champ.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the champion taking this one hard. And we've seen this story before where he's down in the dumps, has a string of bad races, and then he turns it around. He did it last year, comes out and wins the championship.
Yeah, pretty honest and self-critical right there, obviously. But yeah, I mean, he works on the trucks himself. He's there. As we see the first 3 versus the last 3, obviously a big difference there. But you know, running up front at Martinsville and wreck leading, right, or wreck battling for the lead, and then end up wrecking here. You know, just a tough stretch of races that I'm sure they'll bounce back up. And these aren't their best tracks, right? Martinsville obviously really good, but you know, when we get late into the year, those short tracks tend to, you know, get 3 or 4 at a time, and that's really where they show up the best, and that's, you know, where they're able to take advantage of it and build on that momentum.
Chandler Smith chose the top as he got to the choose zone there. We're coming back to the green flag. So we'll see him roll from the top, see if that works again. Daniel Hemrick on the front row with him.
Todd?
Yeah, I just spoke with his crew chief, Josh Graham, and last pit stop, they took right side tires, but Josh said they're 30 laps short on fuel. So you can expect them to get down to the end of this race and probably only take 2 more tires. Because of that, they're not going to need a full tank of fuel.
Just a splash, huh, Todd, or half a tank of, and I'm really enjoying right now the differing strategies, and I'll really enjoy it when I see who had the right one, because there's definitely going to be a play that's going to make a difference in the outcome of this race.
Yeah. Look who's lined up right behind the 19 of Tyler Ankrum. Corey Heim, and I just talked about it. He hasn't led a lap yet. This is the best he has been, so what can he
going back
do
green.
here? As we'll wave the green flag once again.
Green flag is back in the air with 85 to go.
Look at those fans on their feet cheering their favorite driver. And we're back to green racing at the Rock.
Bottoms tends to, you know, seems be able to hold tight. Hemrick going to be able to almost power the lead, barely to the outside is still Chandler. The 11 of Corey Heim going to be able to give a push. Expect the 19 not to clear. I thought he might be able to, but the 19 had to lift really early, being able to be guarded against that side draft, side by side down the front stretch as Corey Heim tries to pick which lane's going to go forward. He's going to pick the bottom and try to get a little bit of air on that left front fender.
Such a great battle for the 2 right now, the 38, the 19, the winners of the last 2 races. If one of them wins this race or is the highest finishing driver, they will take home $150,000 from the Triple Truck Challenge. And here comes Corey Heim on the outside.
hard in the outside.
Caution. Oh, trouble. Big crash. Stuart Friesen, big crash. Wow. And who else was that?
Strategy, Michael. This is going to put us all but in
15.
our window potentially, and those guys that just pitted might have a free stop. Those guys are going to be able to hopefully make it here that just pitted, but a lot of damage.
Tanner Gray.
That's going to end the night of Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen, I think a few others involved. Matt Mills.
42 of Matt Mills is involved. There might be another red flag.
Really
honestly.
hard to hit. As Friesen, we saw a really quick snap free moment. I'm sure there was contact with how aggressive that thing snapped, but we saw it quick out of our screen, lost sight of it, and then all of a sudden coming back, clearly bounced off the wall of turn 4 on the outside.
That was a 54-second green flag run.
Tanner Gray's just stuck in that infield grass.
I couldn't see, Jamie, who snapped first, but it was an abrupt move, and the outside wall was involved and bounced off of the wall and got other trucks. There's a tough afternoon for that.
Friesen's ready to go home right now after the tough day he's had.
Yeah.
Got into the wall earlier. The team went to work. They fixed up their primary truck, had a good race going, and now it's just destroyed.
And not surprisingly, we know how hard they are to drive when you're down on the bottom and you lose that air on your side. And as these restarts take off, Carson, and the laps wind down, you're just going to get more and more aggressive. Like you heard Tom Majeski say, he said, I can't blame Grant. He didn't do anything. He just took up a little bit more space than I was expecting.
Yeah,
That's
another red flag.
Absolutely.
It's coming right here.
The air is moving around. It's good to see everybody getting out. Obviously, a lot of hard hits. We're going to see a replay here. Let's take a look. Stuart Friesen on the bottom of your screen. That's going to be obviously who we're focusing on. The 42 of Matt Mills going to roll maybe to the right rear here.
So now he might actually be close to
Raja
reaching the 750 thing, because now we're going to have another red flag.
Yeah, nowhere to go, Stuart. Stuart got a tight moment, got stuck behind the 71 as he got free.
Parker Kligerman
And
just
also,
gets around him.
Tyler Ankrum, just an amazing job of missing the spinning Stuart Friesen. Friesen had nothing he could have done about that. When Raja got loose.
Well, when you're checking up, that's only going to make that dirty air worse. As you're lifting and getting the right front out, and it just happens so quick. It's already within the flash before your eyes.
So red flag is out for the second time today.
Mills could have done, but really nice work from everybody out back to avoid that and pick that up.
Watch this again.
Just a big loose moment from Raja right there. And gosh, Tyler Ankrum did a really good job. Andres Perez in the dirt, realizing that, not panicking, turning right
Piece
out
of
of the
debris
grass.
is stuck in the
You see
safer
Tanner Grace
barrier.
Trying to keep
Well, also I saw that
down,
fluid leaking out.
spinning around, stuck in the dirt, but Connor
And also
Lozak
a lot of
barely
debris.
avoiding it again, and unfortunately, I mean, you could have involved 6-7 pretty good trucks here that have fuel to make it, that could be factors here, that could have had their night wiped out right here as we're on board Tyler.
So red flag is out once again at lap 118.
Moment.
Watch this decision. I'm going to go right. He didn't have any idea what was ahead. He had to just make that split-second decision.
Yeah, this race might not reach 200.
Look at that.
Doing it for Dale.
That's awesome, Carson. Your jacket makes me so happy, and that uniform makes me so happy.
They know they're on TV right there. That's awesome. That's
See the
great.
drivers involved in this most recent wreck. And it is red flagged for the second time this race. A lot of fluid
Chandler
on the
Smith is the
racetrack,
leader
a lot of cleanup.
still at the moment.
As that continues, we will
Daniel
step
Hemrick took the
aside.
lead for one lap, but
Pictures with fans.
then Chandler Smith took it back. Has led the last 2 laps and is the leader right now.
Safe light replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
As we sit under the red flag once again here at
But
Rockingham.
at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm.
Feels good to say though,
Safe
at
Light can come to
Rockingham.
you for
At
free.
Rockingham, just
And our highly
anything.
trained techs
At
can replace
Rockingham.
your windshield right at your home.
Safe light repair, safe light repair.
Honestly, I wouldn't even care that we're under the red
Go to
flag for the second time
and schedule
if
a
this
replacement
race
today.
had happened if this race had started like 2 hours earlier. I just want us to reach the end without going to darkness. Or, started at the same time as we do now, but just have, installed lights. Like we did at North Wilkesboro.
Incredible results.
Hey, get off your...
Show off. Mountain Dew.
Fox's longest-running manhunt isn't just a show. It's an American institution.
It's another wall repair that's happening right now.
America's most wanted. Fox Monday. From Hollywood Heights to Heartland Horror.
He's worth finding.
We're hunting down America's worst criminals.
With nearly 1,200 fugitives caught in 45 countries, the legacy continues.
You can make a difference.
America's Most Wanted is back. Premieres this Monday on Fox.
This is FlexPaw. Push the trigger for a perfect bead. Adjust the flow from thick to thin. Best part? You don't need a caulking gun. Get FlexPaw. Available in both hybrid and silicone formulas.
And 7:50 isn't when the race ends. That's just at that point we go 2 to go, and the red flag has been lifted there.
Malicious websites and malware-ridden downloads. Get the deal now.
This is FlexPaw. Push the trigger for a perfect bead.
So it's about a 3.5 minute red flag right there.
Caulking gun. Get FlexPaw. Available in both hybrid and silicone formulas.
To avoid digital threats, just turn on NordVPN. Improve your protection against trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. Get the deal now.
Welcome back to the
Yeah,
NASCAR
back rolling.
Truck Series live from Rockingham. Jamie Little, Michael Waltrip, and Carson Hocevar with you.
That was a quick one.
Dine and Amanda Busey covering things on pit road. Well, it's been an exciting race. There's been a lot to follow. The pits are open now, and we have some takers, Amanda.
Yeah, you see Chandler Smith
Yeah, I don't think that they'll have to pit under green again.
And Manny looks to
Once they go back green, actually, I think it might be
He's
close.
had quite a season, but he's just telling that
It'll be-
team, I need better front turn.
19 to Daniel Hamburg.
It's 78 to 90 laps, so it's kind of a big range.
Left time in, they only took right side.
Yeah, I think most people would make it to the end, but maybe a few people wouldn't.
You just really have to give it up for Goodyear. You know, they've come to this new track and haven't been here in so many years, and they're building a tire that these teams can mix up the strategy with. They can take two. They can just get gas only. I love this.
Yeah, big winners that were the ones that got the free pit stop earlier. But yeah, a lot of left side tires, no tires, fuel only. Interesting to note though, Corey Heim didn't pit the first time and didn't pit again. Very interesting. He's going to be really light on fuel. Not sure the game plan here, but he's alone on his own island right now. But he's going to refire from the lead.
Gotta go.
Yeah, Michael, you gave a shout out to Goodyear, and it was well deserved. These tires are really bulletproof, and right now you guys are talking about left sides. The only reason they need to put left sides on is to get a little grip back, maybe change the handling of their trucks. Wear is absolutely not an issue on either the left or the right, so great job, Goodyear.
Got that right.
What Goodyear brought here, the right side is the same that they ran at Darlington and Miami earlier this season, and the left side same for Bristol last week. So they put it together and getting an attaboy all around.
What an interesting top five right here. You know, Andres Perez, Furio, Enfinger, Heim. A lot of mix of strategy, but a lot of mix of new contenders and players.
Let's take a look now at what's around the turn. A lot more racing action. We talked about Fox being your home for it all. NASCAR from Talladega next Sunday, April 27th. That's at 2 Eastern. NHRA from Charlotte on Sunday, April 27th as well, following the Cup race. That's on FS1.
What about our man Tony Stewart? Wins in Top Fuel. He wins in everything he does, and that's just a great story.
Saw IndyCar from Birmingham. What a beautiful facility that is.
Really enjoying the IndyCar coverage on Fox.
So Corey Heim here leading for the first time today. A little bit of strategy. Gio Ruggiero, his teammate at Tricon, just behind him, Grant Enfinger. Last pitted on lap 112. You see the lap number that they last pitted on in your pylon.
Couple Toyotas leading the way. It's all been about Ford so much, pretty much all day. But here comes the Toyotas as the laps wind down.
There's Tyler Anker. We just saw him avoid a big crash, and now all of a sudden he's fourth and lined up with the second best. I mean, he's had all over the place. Started 16th, 23rd, 22nd, and now fourth. And the two guys in front, you know, can't make it. So, I mean, realistically, he's second. And then how about Andres Perez? Talked about him. Just learning all day long.
And
The 77 machine. Saw him in the grass a minute
Great
ago.
avoidance.
Now into the top 5. Done a really good job so far. And just always tends to find himself in the right spot. Did the same thing at Martinsville, able to get a top 5 there. A really good, strong effort. And Daniel Hemrick, first one off pit road. We saw fuel only right here.
Connor Mozak was speeding. He's being sent to the rear.
His own a little bit here. Not 100% perfect with the run.
Yeah, I still think we will reach the
the
end of the race, but
there you see Kate.
if we get a bunch of cautions, maybe not.
Fast truck all day long. He's kept it up toward the front, and will be a factor before this thing's over.
Chandler Smith just behind him, led 23 laps tonight. Certainly been a contender. One last week, trying to back it up with another win in a row as we see
so
the choose right
getting the
there.
choose.
Let's choose it up, Jamie.
And it looks like Heim likes the outside.
Ruggiero takes the bottom. We always have the saying, winners choose front row. You know, granted, you want to be with your teammate at times, but Gio Ruggiero able to take the front row. We've seen the bottom win 50% of the time so far. It's been hit or miss depending on the push. I really like Enfinger as a pusher, and that's, you know, as long as Ruggiero can get through the box and through the restart, I think that could be a good deal.
But watch that 17 truck of Ruggiero. We know how aggressive he is. We know he's a rookie and how inexperienced he is. He's in a bind right here. If he tries to get into turn 1,
So we're about to go back green with 77 laps to go.
Before. It'd be interesting to see what the young racer is able to do.
Racing
Take a
through
look
golden
at that damage,
hour.
Michael, on that right rear quarter panel Ruggiero. It's very
Very beautiful.
I was just saying, very rarely is damage good. That's exactly what they build these trucks for, that when it hits the back bumper and flares that right rear fender out, that's exactly how they want. And there's a lot of rear side force that could help him out on this restart.
He's going to need every bit of it, Jamie.
Here we go.
All right, getting ready to go back green.
Pace truck about ready to take that left. You see the 11 warming up his tires a little bit. The sun slowly going down here at Rockingham. It'll be 77
back
laps
green.
to go at the line. Corey Heim, Gio Ruggiero, side-by-side teammates.
Yeah, Ruggiero tried to time it really well. They teach us and to be on the left rear quarter panel, but it makes you vulnerable. As Chandler Smith rolls the top on upgrade tires, going to be a little bit of contact between the 1977, but able to make that work. He's going to clear the 77 and be able to keep that momentum moving.
Look at those trucks dance around, man. It's such a handful on these restarts. Get what's going on.
Honeycutt loses a couple of positions there. Jake Garcia going forward. He was the pole sitter.
Nice run for Jack Wood, just outside the top 10, racing there with Honeycutt in that 91 truck.
My prediction for the weekend is that somebody, I said this before the race started, but my prediction for the weekend is that somebody hits the sand barrel.
Garcia has a really strong truck, going to be able to clear easily here and move into the 7th spot and continue moving forward.
Garcia's led the most laps of this race, 43 early on when he started from the pole. You mentioned Jack Wood, the nice run. He needs a good run, and today could be it, just outside the top 10.
And behind him, Brandon Jones had that loose wheel, able to have a little bit of a battle right now for 12 with Sammy Smith. The one of Brandon Jones, haven't talked about him all day, able to start moving forward and try to put him at least into the picture here.
Last caution was for that hard hit by Stuart Friesen. He's been released. He's with Amanda.
And you walked over to our interview and said, man, my truck was fast. And Stuart, with all the effort that went into getting this truck back and ready for this race, it looked like you were pinched there by Raja. What was your perspective?
Yeah, no, just big thanks to all my guys. Tried to go wide open in qualifying and kiss the wall, and they did a really good job putting it back together. It was just as fast all race as it ended practice, and was just trying to bide our time. Saw Raja get loose and trying to check up as much as I could, and you know, got run over. So it just is what it is. I mean, I'll tell you, the last 2 weeks we've had really fast trucks, but it really makes me question if all this headache's even freaking worth it anymore. You know, it's what I wanted to do my whole life, race at this level, and you know, the top 2 series are not in my lifetime. So this is what I live and die for. And, maybe just not with it.
Wow, that's hurt.
That's crazy,
he's
man.
A racer. He's probably going to race somewhere in New York or.
That's a sad thing to hear race car drivers say.
Sunday night, that's what he does.
This might not be the thing for him anymore.
How passionate these guys are about what they get the opportunity to do, and when it goes bad, it just hurts.
That's sad.
It hurts that bad.
I hate to hear
Last
that.
week we were talking about him. He came so close to winning over Kyle Busch in Atlanta. He's had 3 top 10s this year. I felt like they've been off to a
You should
solid start, but like you said,
keep trying. Get back on that horse next week, bro. This fucking, like, I guarantee next week Stuart Friesen fucking wins.
You know, he's gonna go on to next week. He wins. I'm sure he has a little bit of a different mindset. I'm sure.
Winning makes everything better, doesn't it?
Winning makes everything better, and you start playing by different rules. You start doing a little bit of everything, right? So it's been a little bit of a long stretch for Stuart, and I'm sure that team will bounce back.
Wow, the fastest truck right there, the 11, ran 23 flat. And also, Gio Ruggiero is keeping pace with him as well. I just don't see any way they're going to go. We talked to a lot of the team principals, and they said maybe 95 laps with enough caution, but I haven't heard anything about 106 laps, no matter how many cautions. So I don't think they can make it. But you get out and lead and start rolling off that gas, maybe you can get some better mileage and make it happen.
Yeah, the top 2 are currently short 10 laps, Michael. That's not enough. I mean, we're going too fast. You can't save enough fuel. You're going to need a yellow or something. So really just kind of on their own island. Not sure 100% the game plan here. As we've seen, it's very difficult to pass. But right now, the battle could be, this 18, the 9, and the 38 is where we just saw on our screen. And now battle Rajak Ruth. We saw a big moment. This is a battle 12th, 13th, and 14th on the screen.
And that's why it's so fun, because everywhere you look around
Tanner
this racetrack,
Gray is out of the care center.
There's guys that are running up the track and trying to hug the bottom, as you see here with Brandon Jones versus Raja. Great battling.
What a comeback for Brandon Jones. He had that penalty earlier. He came down pit road. One of his tires got away from him, had to restart on the tail end. He's moving forward, going in the right direction. 13th right now for Brandon Jones. Just behind him, Raja Caruth.
And just behind them, Connor Bozak. And Jamie, you've talked about all the stuff he has been through. That he's still trucking right along, right up in the top 15, trying to chase this 3-way battle down.
The tone of the race, I feel like, has changed a little bit with so many different agendas. That some guys need a yellow, some guys don't, and some guys need to just be able to take care of their truck and know they're going to be able to get more spots sitting there, biding their time, and letting the race play out, because they know some guys can't make it.
Well, Corey Heim's not saving fuel right now, just ran his fastest lap of the race. So they've got some game plan. Just gonna have to wait and see if it plays out here.
The only thing I could bet is they were just betting on a bunch of yellows right in a row. You got a few yellows right back to back. You knew you were going to cycle. You weren't cycling back to lead. You knew some guys got a free pit stop on you, and they just said, whatever. Let's make sure we keep this car in clean air, and if we get 2 or 3 yellows right back to back like we've gotten, that's going to get us enough fuel. It's just not working out like that right now, but we still got 62 laps to go.
He just ran a 23 flat. The lap before, he ran a 22.90. So tire fall off isn't happening. So if there is a caution with 50 to go and he comes and gets gas and tires, I don't see how he's going to be able to fight his way through the field. We've got 18 trucks right now on the lead lap. He'll have to be behind some of those if he was to pit.
You saw that on the graphic on the screen. Corey Heim has now led in every race this season. The 2-time winner leads here at Rockingham. We'll step aside. You won't miss a thing.
All right, side by side.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because
Corey Heim is leading right now. Gio Ruggiero
is
0.8 seconds back. Tyler Ankrum is almost 4 seconds back. Brandon Finger is 6 seconds back. Can't tell if it says 5 or 6. Yeah, it's 6.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
You gotta do it, please.
Oh.
Mills is out of the care center.
So, what's next?
Crafts.
Matt Mills.
What you build, builds you.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more.
So Matt Crafton still is back on the track.
That'd be
41 laps down. He's just running laps. Will eventually pass people.
Welcome to more where that came from. More back-to-backs. More epic.
Pass Ben Rhodes. Gonna pass Majeski.
More
And those other guys soon.
More short fuses.
Just trying to make up as many points as he can.
More Lone Star Showdown.
Says you never know when every point will matter.
Heartland Heartstoppers. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
UFL Friday lights up prime time. Let's go. It's the Memphis Showboats. Touchdown. Football with Michigan Panthers. Holy cow. It's all part of the Fox Football Extravaganza tonight at 8 Eastern.
Corey. Jesus.
Right now, get Fox Nation for just $2.99 a month. Sign up and
Got
start
55
streaming
laps
today.
to go.
Welcome to more. Where no matter who you are, you'll leave with something you'll never forget. Welcome to NASCAR.
Welcome back to Rockingham as Corey Heim continues to lead as we have 54 laps to go in our return to the Rock. 12 years, fellas. We're back here racing. It's a beautiful night. It's packed. The fans are loving it.
And we talked at the beginning of the show about strategy, Jamie, because of these wonderful Goodyear tires. When do you get gas? When do you get tires? And it's all playing out just like that. I'm so intrigued about what Corey Heim, Giorgio are going to be able to do. They're going to run out of gas. They can't make it. They got to be a solid 10 laps short. Does that put Tyler Ankrum, Chandler Smith in the driver's seat? Top O'Dine, what's the report from down yonder?
Well, Carson, I think you have got a future as a crew chief. You hit it right on the head. They just, right after you talked about Tyler Ankrum, they just told him, look, we are not racing these two guys in front of you. I need you to lift a little bit early on the straightaway and squeeze the throttle slower on exit. All we need is a couple of laps of fuel.
You can get that, right, Carson?
Yeah, you can get that. You can't get the 10 so laps. Right here, you see the truck ahead. That's Tony Breitner, lap truck right there. But clean racetrack right now. That's going to help him be able to not have to overwork those tires, not have to do anything. This is basically your winner of the race if this goes green, if nobody catches it, right? This is the battle for the win. We're not really focused on the 11 and 17. Although, Corey Heim putting the pace he's doing right now, I mean, he's like half a second faster in the field right now. Everybody could be saving a different agenda, but he's now has 14 trucks on the lead lap. That's really important. The yellow comes out because
UW was at Fenway Park.
The race. If that yellow does come out,
Bryce Harper with a torpedo bat.
So there's still a lot of opportunity for the 11 and 17, but they're going to need that yellow.
Chandler Smith has something to say about Ankrum being the guy that's going to win the race. He's faster than Chandler right now, than Ankrum. Chandler Smith is running him down, and he's got a little bit more cushion, 7 more laps of cushion on his fuel tank. So keep your eye on number 38 again this weekend.
So coming in, we talked about the fuel window being between 80 to 82 laps. So right now they're looking at Tyler Ankrum stretching it to 88. So he needs a little bit of help, like you talked about, backing it down, doing all the things.
But they don't ever tell you the truth. They tell you 80 to 82 or 3, and they probably are thinking more like 88 to 92. So he's got to feel okay about it.
Well, luckily, a few of those laps are under yellow that he got to hopefully save and do everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, when he
Corey Heim and Gio Ruggiero can't make it to the end.
Lifting a little bit, not
Tyler Ankrum, I mean, also
so many things he could do. Lift a little earlier,
might not be able to.
A little bit, and he knows defense.
Chandler Smith and Lane Riggs, they're most likely probably be able to. But maybe not, and then everybody else behind them, it's also the same case for them.
Let him get too close, get in that draft, and then start having a race. He's got to be able to save.
It might be a fuel mileage race
when they can go.
See it right there in the pylon, last pit lap. 94 for Corey Heim and Gio Ruggiero.
It might also make it to where like everybody else runs out.
Right behind him,
but since LaJoy pitted much sooner, it might Joy. I'm fucking stupid. Corey Heim pitted a lot sooner. Maybe he'd be back in the position to win.
To get to pit road, because if there isn't, it's going to be
uphill battle.
Game changer for this team. And as you spoke about Chandler Smith's little over a second deficit, well, he shrunk that. he's got it down under a second now.
Well, this could have been the yellow at one point for how aggressive everybody's being right back here. A few guys on different laps and different strategies. You see Raja Cruz on the bottom there, currently in the 12th spot. But yeah, just very interesting strategy from the 11 and 17. Like, I just don't, I'm a little bit confused of, it just seems like a really high risk for a little bit of reward of just having a miracle caution come when you need it, or a few cautions even. For how good that 11 truck is, it just could be a really big missed opportunity of a race-winning day if it doesn't work out this way.
Corey Heim just continues putting down fast lap after fast lap, not backing down at all.
No, not at all. Super fast, the 23-26 compared to the next best in the 40s, next best in the 70s and 80s. So super, super fast laps. This is going to be really important if that yellow does come out, because he could lap all the way to 10th before he pits. But the hourglass is running out very, very quickly. You see, even in traffic, running super, super competitive lap times, stronger than the field, even in traffic. But, man, that hourglass is slowly running out, or very quickly running out, I should say.
What a great handling truck. We knew he'd be part of the story, Jamie. We thought the biggest story today was the fact that he qualified poorly, because we knew that he would race into contention. And a guy that qualified great, Jake Garcia, getting another position, that time off Grant Enfinger. He's up to the 6th spot.
Yeah, Garcia in 6th, but when those two pit, he's going to be in that 4th position. Really strong day for that 13, having a career day, in my opinion, the best we've seen him run. And with all his teammates having misfortune, right, to be able to be the guy. I think if you picked one ThorSport truck to have the best day here, I'm not sure if Garcia would have been the name a lot of people would have said, and really proven everybody here that he could drive a racetrack pretty good.
And if you do it at a place like Rockingham, I mean, the racetrack, that's just really, really an impressive run that he's having, being able to keep that truck so fast. Look at him driving the heck out of it. A little bit loose there as he laps Timmy Hill. But last time by, he was the fastest truck on the track, was this 13 of Jake Garcia.
Guys, we talked about Corey Heim and running up front. He has 2 wins this year, but arguably he could have 4 wins right now. He was heartbreak a couple times. Michael, let's take a look.
40 laps to go.
Homestead, he's leading the field. Kyle Larson's in there, and his truck starts shutting off.
And it shut off a couple times, and he still was going to win the race. But the 3rd time, it bit him, and he was just like, what else are we going to do? And then Martinsville, dominant truck, flat tire late after some contact into the outside wall. So that's another 2 that were his races because he was that strong.
And then now you got here, right? Like leading the race, strong truck. He wasn't strong early, but obviously able to have a monster pace out front right now. 2.2 on his teammate and 9.7 seconds on 3rd in the rest of the field. And we're talking as if he's needing a miracle almost, or a very, very timed caution. And we're not just saying, man, look at that 11 go off into the sunset.
Well, he's now led the most laps in this race, 45 and counting. The question is, when will Corey Heim come into pit?
This is the guy that I'm interested in. I talked about the fact that Chandler Smith was closing on him and he was rolling off the gas. I think he's stepped back on it because the last couple of laps he's been able to put some more distance between he and Chandler. So that's good for this 18 team. He's on quite the winless streak since his win at Kentucky. It's been 130 races. Kentucky 019 was his last win. He's hungry.
Do you remember how he won that race? Fuel mileage.
Yeah.
A little bit. Some sort of similar story here.
I mean,
so he knows how to get
in the future they might start calling it that.
So hopefully he's doing everything right inside that truck.
300 years from now,
been in a contention.
They might refer to this time
leading on his
as like 019. Well, now it would be like 025.
Oh, that hurts. That's not going to help.
They might say that.
His issues earlier.
That might just be like a normal thing in conversation. Like, oh yeah, he was the 025 MVP.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is your gap right there into your screen. That white truck at the 38. Now
because
88. That's gonna
we don't really have that
at
this point. Like
and all Tyler Income's crew, I'm sure are watching. They're not watching out front. They're not watching any other trucks.
Sports haven't been around for that long, but like
right now.
If sports are still around back like 300 years from now, like yeah, people might talk about this as like the 025 season.
I don't think that a caution isn't out of the question.
Corey Heim just put Connor Mosheck a lap down, so we're back to 13 trucks on the lead lap. all but gonna lap the Jack Wood here in a lap or two. So that'll put
300 years from now, I won't be
so
alive.
if that yellow does come out, he'll be coming
I
down
won't be
pit
here to
road,
see
new
it.
tires. You know, one restart,
Even
one
like
really
200
good
years from
restart,
now. Even probably
you kinda get
100
to the
years
top
from
10.
now.
He wouldn't be out of
Hell,
it
probably
by
even
any
like...
question, by any means, but
Like, how
they're gonna
long,
need
much
it
longer
now,
will I be
really
alive?
quickly,
Probably,
because you know,
honestly, I'd
he's
say,
just going to need all the laps he can get when that restart does happen.
honestly, only probably another 50 to 60 years.
We're hoping right now. We're hoping for a caution.
That's what I would, that's my honest prediction. I'll probably die in my 70s.
We know we're running really
I'm not
low
that
on fuel
healthy,
and,
obviously.
just gotta have needs a break here if he's going to win the race.
But I'm a
Because, as
badass.
Carson said,
I'll do whatever.
caution flies down, I think he still can win the race. Think about this. We talk about how the tires don't fall off. But,
They do shit others
they're running around
don't.
a
So, like, people like that
32.5 lap now.
live
They
a
were
little
all the way
longer.
down
So I don't think I'll die in my 60s. I think I'll die in my
They were down into
70s.
22.90
I might
on
make it
fresh
to my
tires,
80s.
So they will make a difference now that they have this many laps on their tires.
I mean, we're hoping.
I'll be streaming till then.
You see the 11 crew getting ready to go at any moment they call him down pit road. But we've talked about the truck race, it being so clean. There's so many consecutive non-checkers. Here he comes, down pit road. The 11 truck down pit road right now.
Corey Heim is pitting.
To Gio Ruggiero.
And Gio Ruggiero, it's just a matter of time for him. He's on the same strategy. 29 laps to go here at Rockingham. The leader is pitting. Corey Heim gets the countdown. Todd?
Yeah, unfortunately, that hourglass ran out for Corey Heim. Loves his truck, no adjustments, just 4 tires and fuel.
There come the tires.
I am really shocked they're putting tires on. I would have figured they maybe would put just fuel and try to make that stop as slow as possible. You'll see 2 as he rolls off. Gio Ruggiero going to be down pit road as well. Tyler Ankrum now to lead, and now we get to see the battle we've been talking about.
This could play out just as you guys have been talking about. What a moment it would be for Tyler Ankrum. It's been a long time, Michael. You just mentioned it, 130 truck races.
And that truck is as good as it's been all day. You can see Tyler really hugging the bottom of the racetrack. Last time by, he beat Chandler. They ran about the same lap time, but Chandler's down by a second and a tenth.
So if you're Tyler Ankrum spotter here, all you're going to be wanting to say is lap times. I'm sure, I mean, every driver's different. Everybody wants their different preference. But right here, you're just trying to match lap times. You're trying to give your driver confidence. You're saying your lap time chasing you is this, you know, he just picked it up, but so did Chandler. All right, 51 to a 52. That's right now the speed. 100th better advantage to Ankrum. You're just reminding him. You're pumping him up, giving him the biggest confidence you can. You're 26 laps, 26 qualifying laps. That's all I need from you. And we just can't give up 1.1 seconds. We can give up 100 here and there. We just can't make a big mistake behind lap traffic and give up 6/10 and bring it to us.
You know, this is a big moment, and if he wins, even bigger, obviously. We're talking to Tyler Ankrum, and he talks about, you know, what it meant for Christian Eckes to move up to the Xfinity Series. They lost Charles DeKnight, the crew chief. He goes cup racing with Bubba. He said, we lost a lot of people at our team, yet we bring in Daniel Hemrick. We have to rebuild the 19. He said, we thought maybe we'd be behind because it's hard to find people that want to come in and work at this level, but they did, and they haven't skipped a beat. We talked about how good he's been. You see Corey Heim back on track, slicing and dicing, trying to make up some time.
He's a lap down, Jamie, so he's got a lot.
First car one down, though, so he's 13th, but...
Got a long way to go, though, and 24 laps to get it done. That's not a lot of time, but just setting that story for McAnally Hilgeman Racing and what they've been able to accomplish this year.
This is an impressive run for Andres Perez. He's in the 6th position. We talked about how tough this racetrack is. It's got to be a real motivating feeling for him right now to be able to get out there and mix it up and put himself in a position to race for a top 5 finish here.
Yeah, he does a really good job at something that's really hard to teach at a young age, is just be there at the end, somehow get there. It doesn't matter what, just keep your truck in good tack, be able to avoid wrecks like he did, but just be smart, just be able to complete all the laps and be there at the end and take advantage and be able to run good laps when it matters. And that's what he's been able to do at multiple different tracks, and he's starting to see the results pay out and doing it again here at a really, really difficult racetrack.
Andres Perez, the ARCA Series champion last year, doing a really nice job from Mexico City, Mexico. He was the truck champion down there. Been racing full-time here in America, having the race of his career today.
I think so, and it's impressive to do it here at Rockingham.
Ankrum ran a 10th better than Chandler right there, able to run a 6.0 to a 71.
As as the leader crosses the line. We've reached our Craftsman, 20 to go. Tyler Ankrum leads Chandler Smith.
And Tyler Ankrum, Jamie, is saying, no caution, no caution, no, I don't want to see a caution. I've got this thing in the back. He's been able to put about a second more on Chandler Smith, who's chasing him, and just running really smooth lap times. Right where he wants to be right now. That sun's beginning to set here at Rockingham.
As we count down the laps to the end of this one, 19 laps to go. We're going to step aside. You won't miss a thing as we go side by side.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now, you in?
We've got new bounty. It's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. And one sheet holds up better while ordinary brands fall apart. It's nice.
Get more done with one. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Welcome to truck country, where sweat becomes fuel, bumpers become bruisers, and pedals become pedestals. Where a future is written, one lap at a time.
Got 15 laps to go here at Rockingham Speedway.
Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Fox Saturday Baseball is back.
Ready to rock with a new year.
After a historic start to the season, Shohei Ohtani and the star-studded Dodgers look to stay hot as they take on Corey Seager and the Rangers. Or Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals take on Juan Soto and a loaded next lineup.
Oh my goodness!
Saturday at 4 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to more where that came from. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
Welcome back to Rockingham Speedway. While we were away, you saw nothing has changed up front. Tyler Ankrum continues to lead over Chandler Smith, Lane Riggs, Jake Garcia, and Grant Enfinger, your top 5. And we were just talking about Andres Perez.
Andres Perez is pitting.
For a splash and go, was knocking on the door for his first top 5.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, obviously, for Andres. A little shock for me, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, so Tyler Ankrum is the leader right now, but it's just the question of can he make it to the end.
A tough end to the top 5 run right there as we're on board.
Chandler Smith is
him trading lap times
1.62 seconds back.
Chandler got within 1 second, but then once he was able to get through traffic, able to inch away as we see Chandler Smith now under pressure from Lane Riggs, which is the last thing.
It's been a great race, honestly. It really has.
See right here is these two battling.
And that's exactly what Lane Riggs wants to see. He's going for second position. He's run down Chandler Smith. He's still thinking maybe there's a chance just a second ahead as the leader. If he can grab that second spot away, maybe he can run down Tyler Ankrum as he's on fuel conserve mode up front.
10 laps to go here. We talked about the long winless streak for Tyler Ankrum, 130 races ago. He went to victory lane in Kentucky. That's how long ago it was. We weren't going to race there anymore. Here it is, 2019.
He had to think this was the first of many that were coming. Just a young kid getting his chance in the Truck Series, goes to victory lane, wins at
Tyler Ankrum.
Kentucky Motor Speedway.
Got his first win almost 5 years ago. Or no, it was 5.
I think if you ask
it was 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago.
Races in between to the next one, right? You talk about winning that first
130
one's always the
races.
hardest. You get over that hump. and the dominoes start to fall. It just hasn't for Tyler Ankrum. But, you know, able to, you know, put together a really strong day. Now 2.5 seconds, you know, out front and looking really good right now. But fuel has been a concern.
Yeah, fuel.
You never know. You never know.
The last 5 races this season have seen 5 different winners.
Because he has a 2.3 second lead over Chandler Smith, so it really is going to come down to just does he have enough fuel, I'm pretty sure.
It's been a matter of time. We'll see if he can hang on.
I mean, or unless he has an issue.
About 6.5 laps to go here at the Rock.
Please no caution. Please no caution. That's Tyler Ankrum.
Did we get radio really quick with Tyler Ankrum's voice?
I just did it for you. That's exactly what
And
that was.
what's Lane's radio saying?
Come on, baby.
Bring on the caution.
Let's see a caution. Let's throw it. Let's do an overtime finish here in the Truck Series. We hadn't seen one of those in quite some time.
20 races, Michael. We haven't had an overtime
Lane Riggs down pit road.
Lane Riggs is coming to pit.
Last on pit road 119. That's 7 laps.
That was my win pick.
Tyler Ankrum.
Well, we saw Sammy Smith, the same deal, same lap, hit just a few laps ago off the screen. This is a shock.
That gets my.
Does that mean that everybody else is short?
He's got 7 more laps on his gas than the rest of the guys.
Well, I can guarantee Tyler Ankrum, their crew chief, they won't even tell them if they're running out. They'll find out together if they're going to run out. They're just going to let that thing ride.
I would be telling them to back her down. We've got 3 seconds, half throttle from now till the checker.
This is so similar to races you've seen a long, long time ago, right, Michael? Where everybody's just slowing down and managing different situations.
I want to tell you what a race fan I am. I'm sitting here as nervous as I've ever been, just wondering if he's going to make it, excited for this opportunity for Tyler and how much is going to happen here in these last few laps.
Well, Tyler Ankrum has not
Ready to
slowed
go.
the pace down at all. He is 4.5 seconds. He's 1.1 seconds.
Looks like Chandler Smith is out. Chandler Smith is out.
Tyler might be out of gas.
Is Tyler Ankrum going to make
He's
it?
just going really, really slow to try
Maybe
to
he's
save
not
the
out.
situation.
No, he's out. He's out.
He's definitely out.
I want to see.
Can Tyler Ankrum make it?
Just limp around.
Is he going to be able to make it?
Running out.
Tyler Ankrum's out.
He's out. Tyler Ankrum is out of
Or
gas.
did he just shut it off and coast?
No, I think he's starting to sputter.
White flag. Will he be able to make it?
Chandler Smith was close.
White flag is in the air. Who is going to make it? Who is going to win? Tyler Ankrum. I think he is out.
White flag is out. Coast to the finish. Tyler Ankrum, hang on.
I don't know. He might not actually be. I think he got it back. Tyler Ankrum is going to come around 3 and 4. And Tyler Ankrum is going to win at Rockingham.
Going on this final lap. Checker flag is in the air. He
Wow.
gets it done.
I thought he was out. I thought for sure he was out.
And a fuel conservation at the end.
Gosh, I cannot.
Yeah, he's still going. Does he have enough for a burnout? He's going to say, fuck you. Just be like, actually, I had this much fuel. I just slowed it down to freak you out.
Nobody is in the same zip code, and Tyler Ankrum able to shock a lot of us up here. I mean, he made 8 laps later was the 38 and 34, and they could not make it. They legitimately ran out. There was not just, oh, we'll come down pit road as you see the crew celebrate. The MVP of the race team, definitely the fuel man. Where he is Tyler Ankrum.
Tyler Ankrum gets his second career win.
Plenty of fuel. Is Joey Logano driving that truck or something? Because it always seems to be that the guys were like, oh, they're out of fuel. They gotta be out. They gotta be out. Have plenty to do burnouts and just do it.
Just putting the exclamation point on everything tonight. I wonder how much he knew versus
So it was a
everyone around him.
21 minute and 28 second green flag run, I think.
Look.
Still going.
Well, it's starting
21
to sputter on him a little bit because it started to sputter. Yeah, there it is. It's out.
We're finally
out.
28 minute, 21
Is
second.
he riding all the way around? You got to make it to the front stretch.
Well, not if you don't have any gas.
We need to hear from him.
He needs a push. Look at that sun shining down.
Well, he's going to get to enjoy
Is he going to be able to do it?
Oh, got to fire back up.
Well, either blew the crush panels out of it or something, but either way, going to be really excited. Tyler Ankrum. Garcia going to end up second. Daniel Hemrick third.
I don't know if he's able to make it to victory lane.
Fifth. what a shake of a turn.
I think he's going to use all of it to burn it down here, if he even has any of it.
After all of that, what a comeback.
What do you think he's going to think when he realizes he won the trip?
Well, this Rockingham crowd is, I think, potentially even more excited. You see there, what a great camera angle of everybody.
Oh, I don't think he's trying to burn
All
it
the
down.
fans that have been waiting for this moment for NASCAR to come back to the Rock. 12 years they've been waiting, and the excitement.
I think he should burn it down for all these fans.
Racing here.
And how it ended in dramatic fashion.
That was a great race, man.
Could he get there? And yes, he could.
That was an
Look at that
amazing race.
celebration. It's been since 2019 that he's got to feel that feeling right there. And I know it must be just wonderful for him.
We had to see a lot of wins out of that shot, which can only make you hungrier, right? He kind of is now the big tenure of McAnally Racing with Christian Eckes moving on. You know, he is the only driver to stay full time in that camp.
I love
He's
Rockingham.
kind of be the face, or at least should be. Had a super strong start of the year, and now able to capitalize on the winless streak and be able to put that 18 truck in victory lane at the Rock of all places. How awesome!
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Still more fuel. I've given up trying to predict when that truck's going to be out of fuel.
That is really impressive. 10th career win for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. Is he going to just drive it to victory lane?
I believe so.
We need to do the front stretch interview.
Todd's probably down there running around trying to catch up with him. Amanda, somebody.
We'll have our reporter ready for him.
A lot of McAnally guys giving him high
I guess
fives.
he's not going to
It's
do the
great
front stretch
that
interview.
We picked the winner of the race.
Going straight to victory lane.
So we can get this ride along with him.
Look at him shading his eyes from that sun setting here in Rockingham.
Well, Ankrum obviously super impressive.
Jake
I
Garcia.
don't know if there's anybody more impressive to me than Jake Garcia this whole week, this whole day, especially that truck was super, super strong, and he did a great job. You see Daniel Hemrick there, able to win in Martinsville, and then now third. Really strong day also for him.
Jake Garcia matched his career best finish with the second, led 43 laps.
Raja there interviewing with a top 5 finish. Good run for him. Grant Enfinger with the top 5 as well.
Raja.
What a race.
What a day. What a day. A lot of speed, a lot of drama, a lot of excitement, some big crashes, a little bit of
Is he
everything.
out now? Is he out now?
Oh, Anchor might be out.
Trying to get his helmet off so we can get a word from him. But guys, we got to kick off the action this weekend. We're going to have the ARCA East running tomorrow morning, the Xfinity Series tomorrow afternoon, and of course the Cup Series is off for Easter. Let's check in with Amanda.
No, Garcia still, or Ankrum still has
Been
some.
relatively silent over here. Just said today was not my day. How do you reflect?
Here's Corey
on this
Heim.
one?
Yeah, just I don't know. Thought we were really good all day. Had a really good Tundra Trudy Pro. Huge thank you to Toyota and Safe Flight for all their efforts. Check on garage. Yeah, I felt like if we had a track position, we would have been in really good shape from the very start. Just didn't have a good qualifying effort on my end, and kind of was an uphill battle all day. So I don't exactly know what was going on the last 40 laps there. I just know we pit, and seems like our guys were able to make it on fuel. So just unfortunate. I mean, I feel like it's kind of a weird deal there in the last stage. Just got to be better on my part to qualify better and have the track position. So once again, need to thank you to Track on Garage, Safe Flight Toyota for all their efforts.
Thank you, Corey.
It's a very professional interview he did there. Took the blame, part of the blame on himself. Probably will look back and say, should we have pitted? What could we have done differently to win this race? But I'm telling you, of the 6 races, 5 of them were his. And that's just the way how tough it is to get to victory lane, even if you have a dominant truck.
You know, Michael, this year they're awarding an extra point to the fastest lap turn of the race by the driver that does so, and it was Corey Heim. So he gets that extra point for him. There's Bill McAnally right there.
There's
The
the owner
emotion.
Congratulating the driver as he's going to climb out again. It was a team effort to get him
So
back
Tyler
to victory.
Ankrum's out of the car, celebrating with his
To the
team.
half lap around to the crossover, the start finish line. Well, I see
There's
Todd
Todd
Bodine,
Bodine.
the big hug. Todd, take it away.
Get your butt.
Yeah, Jamie. Tyler made me chase them all around this garage area to pit road. But I chased you, Andy. I'd chase you all the way around the track.
Are they right back on the front stretch?
Great job, buddy. Thank you, man. It's
I don't know. I don't know. It's strange. Well, it's strange. I didn't know where Victory Lane was at. But no, it's. I can't thank these guys enough.
You didn't know where Victory Lane was.
The way this day started and going a lap down and Mark making the pit call to get the track position back and just saving fuel, man. It was just coming with 6 to go. I was like, I knew that was the number. I knew we were 5 short. I was hoping I saved enough, and we did.
What were you thinking? I know as a race car driver to go through that, thinking about this gas thing. What were you thinking, and how did you save so much fuel?
I mean, I know being 5-6 laps short, it's 6 miles, 5-6 miles. So you just got to be able to give up everything. But I just found something there where I was pretty much lifting. I was about 60% down the straightaway, but I was able to draft off to Kraft and a couple of other guys, and I was just able to save that way. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty much how it went down in Kentucky in 2019. But here we are now with check.
Another 50,000, Tyler Ankrum, second win of the career right here at the rack.
Oh, wait, yeah, he got the triple truck challenge.
Love it. So much emotion. You mentioned it. He wins the trip. He gets that $50,000 bonus.
There's mom in there. I guarantee you, Jamie, he wasn't even think about it until he saw that check. And you see 50 grand extra. That's a bonus for this team. And just a bonus when you take a victory in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Let's take a look at our
Nice job to
unofficial
Tyler Ankrum, man.
results. Tyler Ankrum on top.
Happy for him.
Garcia, we mentioned the day he had, but Daniel
Yeah.
Hemrick, look at that.
Alrighty, y'all.
Tyler's teammate, another.
I'm going to end this shit. I'll be live tomorrow for the Xfinity race at 3:45, and then I'll be live for the Red Sox on Sunday, I think at 2? Is it 2 or is it 1?
Nathan Bird, 14th.
Or is it 1:35?
Bailey Curry, we thought that truck was completely destroyed, able to still.
Oh yeah, it's 1:35, so I'll be live at 1:25.
Matt Crofton with his issues earlier. Parker
So yeah,
was up there.
I want to thank you all for watching, and peace out.